Yeah, the hotfixes are sad. I'm not. They still work.
Just have a 15-minute cooldown now.
Not to me. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be eventually or what, but
It said in the patch notes that it's going to be 15 minutes.
yeah, it's going to be, but I don't think it has been yet. Okay, let me load up chat to see if we're live. We should be live. Rename it.
Hi.
Yeah, we're live. Yeah. Let's just rename. There we go. Let's tweet this out so that everyone knows.
Everyone.
Everyone
Have you done
follows me.
Quarter for run this today yet?
The what? Oh, the
Quarter
emissary
for
quest?
Run
Yeah.
Emissary quest.
Yeah, I've already been playing for a bit, so I've already done that.
I need to do those.
Yeah.
I wonder if they fixed Raw Quest showing up yet.
They have, yeah. They do show up now. It's really nice.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, there's the mining one. I mean, yeah, I looked on the app last night, and I basically noticed that, yeah, there were like 5 or 6 more Raw Quests than I saw when I was in game, so...
Yeah, it's... especially the Infernal Brimstone is something you'd like to see. I'm gonna do a dungeon with Sips. The normal. Figured.
Okay.
Not, you know, just because I'm on stream. While I figure out something else to do. There's a lot of... like, I still have... there's so many work quests. I logged out like maybe half an hour ago, and there's like a whole bunch of new ones now. A fire relic from the ghost ship.
Up.
And another waste 830. That could be an upgrade for me.
Why do you want to do a normal?
I don't... I'm just doing it because I saw Sip saying something in
Yeah,
chat.
no, I get that, but why does he want to do normal? That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe he's just not got the gear for heroic yet, you know? Oh, I almost fell off. I wonder if they kicked me off the Demon Hunter area.
Yeah, I noticed, like, I did the Druid starting zone.
I died.
And I noticed that, like, they're like in the corner of Val'Sharah. Like, there's a road actually leading to them, so I feel like you can actually get there as any other class, but... Why didn't you snowfall?
I thought I had another Emerald Winds I could use, but apparently it didn't go into effect. Also, this is gonna be a problem now. I died on that island. I don't know if I'll be able to get back.
Could be a little, you know, could be small issue.
This could be an issue. I wish I could fly when I was dead. What do I do now? No, that didn't work. I think I'm gonna have to eat a rest sickness. Great. Great.
Man, you're gonna pull your weight in that normal. God.
We don't have a healer yet, so I'm fine.
You do have a healer.
Oh shit, we do. I guess we just need a DPS.
Oh. Let me just whisper Sips. Nah, I need to do my world quests.
A little bit of a countdown.
I have many wares.
Strange that we don't have another DPS. I wonder if we're queuing.
I mean, how many people are really interested in normal?
I don't know many.
You know. Any of us play Smite? We used to play it a bit, not a lot, but for every now and then.
I
for it to
remember
have some fun.
I remember when we loaded up Smite a bit. I liked to do the arena mode, where you all like started at no max level, but it was more of like a brawl thing.
It was fun. Like I haven't played it in a while, not in like 2 years, but it was really fun.
I think Smite has like is fairly healthy. I mean, it's not as big as the main ones, but I think it's pretty good.
It's also
it
very
felt different,
to
you
the
know.
main
That's
ones,
the key
Yeah.
that made it feel different. I mean, Paragon is coming. I don't know if you paid attention to Paragon. It's like Epic's new MOBA, which is basically third person, same as Smite. I don't know if that's gonna be anything big or whatever. They've got the name behind them with Epic, but you know. We play Final Fantasy
we'll see.
14 at all? A bit, yeah. We played a bit, but kind of got bored of it fairly quickly. Compared to WoW, of course. But then again, nothing compares to WoW, so it's hard to judge. This world map, though. I like this add-on, sorting it automatically. The good stuff right now. Oh, by the way, this, like... What the fuck? This quest is not finished? I swear to god, I just did it. I did a quest before. Ancient, wanted shower of fell breath? Oh, it is, yeah. It says it's slain, but it's still listed as a quest. Thing. Doesn't matter. But anyway, it gives, like, it gave me 440 artifact power, and there's one in the elite area that gives you 610. You know, those two combined is over 1,000 artifact power, so it's pretty nice. I reach, I don't know if you heard yesterday, but, Zoe got, like, another level unlocked of her class campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that would be like, oh, when you get 17 in your weapon, it'll work, but I got 17 and nothing happened. I don't know if it's based on everything else.
Most figured it would be because he was honored with everyone, but I don't think so. He's honored with the wardens, so...
Yeah, I'm not honored with... Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm honored with everyone except Wardens, so... Who knows? Wardens is just World Quest, though, as far as I know. Yeah, I know what you mean, Nox. Like, it's no time for alts. That's pretty much true. Like, I've gotten my first artifact on a few of my alts. The Rogue, the Monk, the Paladin, and the Demon Hunter and the Shaman. So I've still managed to get around and do it on 5 of them. But I don't really, like, want to play them much, because it feels like there's so much to do on my main.
There is too much to do. Well, no, there's not too much to do. There's a lot to do.
There's a good amount to do,
Yeah.
Today as well is when obviously all the mythic dungeons. So I'm really looking forward to that. Synergy142 asks, how is the expansion so far? It's really good.
Yeah, I love it.
The best they've done, honestly. I mean,
Since
we're
Wrath,
still we're still in the honeymoon period, of course, but endgame is promising with the amount of stuff to do, you know.
For the first time in forever. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the other ones, it was like, hit endgame, you did a bunch of stuff, and it's like, alright, I guess we're waiting for raids now. But in this one, while we technically are still waiting for raids, it still feels like there's tons to do. And we just know that more stuff's going to come eventually. Mythic Plus, you know, the Keystone runs. That's going to be interesting enough on its own.
Are they waiting for you to get rid of your red sickness, by the way?
Sort of, yeah. But Blade Core is finishing up a class campaign quest anyway, so... I don't feel too guilty just yet. You like Suramar? Asks Coco Viper. Oh yeah, Suramar's fantastic. That's actually one of my favorite areas. I guess another thing we haven't even mentioned, but
my issue with it is that it's like feels a bit too big every now and then.
I agree. What the main thing you mentioned is that there should be more graveyards, Because a lot of times you die somewhere and it's okay, I guess I have to run 800 yards to go back to my graveyard in the middle of the city somehow and find the winding path of the roads to get in there. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. But otherwise, obviously, I think it's pretty just goddamn amazing. It's really cool to have like a giant zone that slowly unfurls with more and more stuff. And I've gotten really into the Nightfallen storyline. Have you gone to the vineyards yet, Silas?
No.
Oh man, that was my favorite part, and it was surprisingly little action, but it was really good. It was great.
I've not done a lot yet.
Yeah, there's a lot in Suramar to do, and it keeps getting more and more exciting. Apparently, like once you get 8k out of 12k, that's when you start doing the quest chains to unlock the Archway and the Court of Stars. So that's gonna be gonna be good. Yeah, that's extra stuff to do. Vineyard is the best place to get crack. Yes, yeah, the arc wine.
Pretty much, yeah.
If you want to get max on mana, like it's just go there and just run around and pick up wine. It's great. The story of Suramar is really good. The gameplay is not very good. It depends, I guess. Like, the wither training people are doing, I kind of don't like it because it's like you're herding these idiots around and they just do stupid stuff and they stand in things and they die. And,
it's a red bonus.
Yeah, it's a thing that's there, and it's nice, I guess, but Alright, it's time for Halls of Valor. This is actually probably my second favorite instance. I think Mauve Souls is my favorite, followed by this one.
Awaited noble champions to enter my realm. Behold, the Halls of Valor.
I think Odin is the same voice actor as
This place
Khadgar.
will test your mettle. And if you are found worthy, the Aegis of Agramar...
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is. I don't have any proof, but like I think. Alright, 2 minutes left on my recipe.
Have you
Soon
got?
enough.
Oh god, are you fucking kidding me?
What's up?
So for this one world quest, I don't know. I think it's bugged. Twisted Souls. You need to slay 12 vengeful souls and 1 special one. But it seems that it is bugged. That only the first person to tag it gets the tag on Lord Tashir or whatever.
I like how with the rest sickness I'm doing 12k DPS. I'm helping! What level is Bladecar? I thought he was max. Yeah, he is max. So Sips, I guess. You can level up your followers using the bodyguards and doing world quests. Yeah, Zoe has been doing that a lot for Addy. One of her, she basically just put her at bodyguard immediately and quested around the entire world as soon as she got him. I've had both Kultira and Thessarian on as bodyguards for me for a while, but mostly I just want them to do missions. So. I'm running without bodyguards for the part.
So many alliance here as well now.
Dude, yeah, it's if you go to a place where there's like a loot world quest, there's so much alliance. It's scary. Feel like you're too late to play WoW? Maybe. I think there's always time to have fun, but
Very
There we go.
well.
No more rest sickness.
I will test your worth, Meister. Resist! Fight to the last!
I'm here with Curl.
Yeah,
She's also getting annoyed.
I can imagine.
we grouped up, but the allies got tagged before we did.
That's weird that it's only. Well, I guess
It seems
yeah,
to be
it's
faction locked.
it's probably faction tagged. Yeah, like there are some mobs that just aren't faction tagged. I think the big ones are. But
Relieve the weakness from your veins!
yeah, I've only got a few uncommon followers so far. I haven't gotten my blue one yet. Rare, quote unquote.
The blood of the unwake riders!
Rogue Riders to me! This is good news. Stop playing after Wrath and not sure if you should go back. I mean, all I can say is that I think this is the best expansion basically since Wrath, you know?
We got it!
Nice.
A
It's been really fun. The whole class focus of class campaign and artifact stuff is really cool.
Before you lies your next trial. Defeat both Persia and Fenrir, and you
Getting
will
Blood of
prove
Sargeras from
your
this at
worth
least, that's
to
not
me.
half bad, although you know, really I don't think I've
Fucking
ever
Blood
used
of
a single
Sargeras
one.
It's so...
It's just
too common for what
When-
it's supposed to be.
yeah, when no one uses crafting, I'm just sitting on tons of them. How many do you actually have? I have 72.
quite a
I
lot.
mean, it's
Yeah,
like
I have... I don't even know what it looks like. 69. Oh!
the 6 number. The thing is, if you buy Legion, you automatically get like a level 100 boost anyway, so you can just start straight with Legion. I don't know if that's what I would necessarily recommend. I kind of feel like there's a lot of story in the game before that, but there's also this sort of feeling that you don't necessarily see all the stories in the game when you're leveling up anyway, because you're not really doing all the dungeons and all the raids and stuff, so you're not 100% seeing everything anyway. I do think there's definite value in leveling up from scratch, but it's at level 100 it's at its best, really. It's just you might not really know who all the characters are at that point. And everyone else is like, oh, it's Sylvanas! And you're like, who? Yeah, Decoradad 86, Nancy feels the same way, basically. Just that WoW eats up too much time. And he's not wrong. I'm basically only playing this now. But I do most of the time. I play WoW, especially now when a new expansion is released. But I mean, I enjoy it, so I don't think it's bad for you. I can agree that it has like addictive properties. But I think that's because it's a good game and you want to play games that are good. And it has the whole progression thing going for it. It's the same for like Diablo and all kinds of other games that, you know, role-playing games in general, like online role-playing games that keep you going and gradually have you getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I think it's a mark of WoW's quality that I keep going back to it and not any of the other ones.
Yeah, kinda.
Because obviously, like, every game is trying to copy WoW at some point because it's so successful. So they just try to do the things they do, but it just doesn't do it good enough. Did I already do the Fallen Steed missions? Yeah, I did. I mean, it's just a time gate. You just have to do those missions. Like, 5 missions first for the Fallen Steeds, and then 5 missions for the Unholy Attainment. You just have to do them. It's like a inbuilt time gate thing. You just have to wait X hours, and then you can do things. Once you do finish them, you get to move on to like the next step, and you unlock like relic slots and so on, which is a really big deal. Being able to put in a 3rd relic slot in your weapon, I mean 3 instead of 2, can jump the item level to like by 30, 40 item
big.
levels, which is massive. Yeah, definitely doing Dishonored 2.
So, I decided to assign Lulabelle Fizzlebang, like as my bodyguard. You know,
Yeah.
even though she's not a bodyguard, she gives me the ability. You know, the 6 soul bag. It's Lulabelle grants grants a soul out of her bag of demons, granting you a random benefit for 30 seconds. Warning: souls may not like to be controlled. So I pressed it twice now. Twice is giving me 20% versatility. I
mean-
I hope there is more to it than just that, because
Still though, like 20% versatility is like, you
it's
know,
it's good.
20%
but
more
it's
damage,
boring.
you know?
You know, it's boring.
Sure, but it's still 20% more damage. That's a pretty nice buff.
But I want cool stuff.
Yeah. You unlock the last slot basically when you finish your class or the campaign. Once you finish the second group of 5, missions you need to do, you unlock another mission. Like in the case of mine, it was like, all right, I've done this. Now it's time to go do the final thing for the final guy. And then once that's all done, you're finished, and then you've unlocked the last slot on your weapon. It has nothing to do with the Obliterum at all. You don't need to do that. That's just a profession thing.
Not
Through
true.
great deeds of courage and
Demon
valor,
hunters apparently
Persia
need to
has
do it.
earned this most
To get,
sacred
Really?
of rights.
yeah.
She
People
shall
are complaining
ascend
about that on
as one
Wowhead.
of my
I read that.
chosen Valkyr, and her name shall echo in
That
these
Oh,
sucks for
golden
them.
halls for all
Demon hunters are
eternity.
basically forced to pay upwards of 25k gold to finish their
It is understandable.
this thing. And like 25k for most people is not that much, but
all my life has led to this one
I mean,
glorious
for
Yeah,
some
no.
people it is.
Yeah, sure. Not everyone is
Walking
rich.
like a true Valkyr. Mortal intruders approach.
I witness their deeds
Sips
in
isn't on
Stormheim.
Discord.
Their kind has no true honor, no true virtue.
I will
But he's
purge
healing.
them from these sacred halls
He's
myself.
healing good. Actually, he's not healing. He's DPSing.
The ritual is not yet complete.
Shadow Priest. Oh, still a dude here. Ah, you needed 1 Obliterum. Okay. I guess you can just buy that? I don't know if you need to finish the quest entirely, if you can just buy an Obliterum, possibly. So that might be a little bit cheaper. Still a bit weird that you need that for your chain.
Yeah.
I think Blizzard overestimated how many people would do professions and stuff, and how common Obliterum would be, and how much everyone would use it.
Well,
Your
I
solid
yes,
is
but I
ritual in
think
your presence,
like
mortals.
we would be doing more professions if the rewards were worth it.
Yeah.
But the problem is the rewards are not worth it.
That's exactly, that's like the core of the entire problem. If it was worth it, any more people would pay the money, and then it would be in more use. But people figured out that like this is just not worth my time. It's better to just run dungeons instead, and then that's exactly what people did. Or even not run dungeons, just like let's just do other stuff. Like Zoe got honored with Nightfall, and then that means she can now upgrade her class All Order set to 840. And then you can have like 5 pieces at 840 from that. You just need to pay with order resources, you know? So that's pretty strong. And that has nothing to do with crafting. You can just ignore crafting. Oh, I'm mining blacksmithing, and I guess I'm kind of happy, but I really haven't done with fish blacksmithing. Kind of feel like it's would have been a smart idea to go double gathering, but you know, how were you supposed to know that professions?
Yeah,
gonna
you
be this
weren't.
way? I've enjoyed
mean-
the quests a lot, to be fair, and I mean that's
Yeah, the quest's been great.
that's probably
The
more
problem with the
worth
quest,
it
I
than
am
the
stuck
money
right
made or
now.
whatever.
I am stuck right now when it comes to like engineering quests because for my next bit I need to go to Sanctum of Stars, and that's not unlocked yet for me. So
Yeah, that's us. Yeah, engineering got screwed over badly. I think the problem the reason it did was because no one really tested it on beta because of this feasts, and no one bothered getting feasts, so no one bothered leveling engineering. And then remember, the decision to make Archway and Court of Stars mythic only came kind of late in development. So it was one of those things where like you could probably just do them fine without attuning and just going to heroic.
if only.
But
I
actually,
didn't even realize that. I thought you could also do them on heroic at least.
no, yeah, you can't. They're mythic only. I should.
Huh.
Begone from these
I just realized I'm not on push to
halls.
talk, so people heard me sneeze. Okay, sorry, sorry guys. Let me sort this out in a second.
I'm never on push to talk when it comes to streaming.
I tend to, I mean, like I either push to talk or I put on like a basic noise gate, so people don't hear me like breathe or whatever. I guess this is fine. It's just, what if I need to like open up my Pepsi
You will
bottle.
pollute these
People will hear me.
halls no more.
Well, then they will hear you, Rythian. Fuck.
Okay.
It's just a Pepsi ball opening.
I mean, I'm nervous. No, I'm not. It's fine.
Jesus.
I guess I don't really need to change anything.
Oh, the bacon quest. Okay, let's do this.
I decided to give my bacon to Nomi today. Let's see what he does with them.
You idiot.
I don't know. I'm having my faith in Nomi. He might do it.
Nobody does nothing but let you down.
Okay.
Okay?
Chat. Listen to this.
He's done nothing but let me down.
There we go.
I put all my faith in him. All my
Pepsi
cooking
sound.
mats. What did he do with them? He burnt them.
Burnt them all.
Badly.
Even the World of Warcraft Twitter retweeted the whole like, this food is so burnt that Sargeras is gonna rename his legion the Nomi Legion.
I like that. That's good.
Good stuff.
Okay, I'm taking a giant risk here.
What are you doing?
I'm pulling like 10 mobs at the same time. Boom!
Are you in your AoE spec?
No, I'm not. Hey, I can still do it without my AoE spec on my own though. The thing is, like, when one of them dies, it sets off like a chain reaction.
I was reading a thread yesterday about people basically complaining about their classes, and people were saying that like Warlock and Retribution are both in similar places that where they can't be good at everything. They have to like pick one thing to be good at, and then if they are, they'll be useless at everything else. So they can have a pretty good single target spec, but then their AoE and cleave is going to be awful.
Yeah.
So on and so on.
Which,
and it's the same, and the people say like, yeah, the Warlock basically works the same way. And I do think that's a flaw. That's something that Blizzard should fix.
I think
They
it's a
will.
flaw as well. I just think
It will take cunning and guile
if they allow us to
slay
take Soda
this
Seeds
beast.
and Siphon Life
A perfect test
without
of
being in
your
the same
worthiness.
tier, things would be okay.
So they'd move
we
them
can't.
around a little bit.
If they move one of the two to a different tier, yeah, that's the. But then again, you know, the tiers have a system in them. Like there's
Yeah.
a reason that certain.
Like
it
it is intended to make a choice, you know.
But I think it's I don't think it's a good choice. That's the issue.
Yeah.
It
I mean, for
forces
me,
us,
like-
the problem is I played with a monk yesterday, and he destroyed me on both AoE
Yeah.
and single targets.
Monks
there was
are-
nothing I could do. Even
Monks
though he
are
was
the best at everything at the moment. Windwalker monks are the best at absolutely everything right now. Demon hunters, like Havoc demon hunters are second best pretty much, but like Windwalker monks are pretty much unbeatable. They're really good right now. I'm kind of tempted to level the monk up a little bit to give it a go. But, you know, I made the decision. I'm gonna play the Death Knight because the whole artifact power system. I mean, yeah, you can say that like, oh, it's gonna catch up, whatever, but you're still gonna be behind for a long time. It's just how it works.
You know how it would work. You know how it might actually work with if you had wanted to catch up with ults. If artifact knowledge was account bound.
Exactly.
I'm not
yeah.
sure if it is, but if
It isn't.
then okay.
As far as I know, it isn't, which annoys me a little bit because that would solve a lot of the problems with alts. I mean, I guess I can understand why they decide not to have it be that way, but that would solve a lot of it.
Okay, I understand why they wouldn't want to do it in the start. I hope they will change it in the future. Like, let's say 1 or 2 content patches from now, they're like, okay, we want people to have more alts.
Yeah.
Artifact power that you've unlocked right now is account wide, so.
Yeah. Coco Viber saying Death Knight feels weak as well. I feel like I can't quite compare with the best, but I've done okay with the people I've been with. Granted, I have pretty good gear, you know, compared to most. So, I mean, by numbers in Sims and stuff, Frost Death Knight particularly is super low. But we'll see how it is. And I have full belief that Blizzard is gonna have a giant balance patch coming before the raids come out anyway. And Let's just see. Someone said that like every class type shouldn't be good at everything. I mean, you're right. It's true. But every class type should be viable at everything. Like, you should be able to be okay at everything at least, you know?
I think it's more... okay, but what's more the issue with Warlocks and Retribution Paladins at the moment is we are not good at everything. We are mediocre at one thing at a time. Like we can't even. It's not even like when we make the decision to either go AOE or to go single target. We still don't compare with most other classes. That's the issue right now. We just need some minor buffs. That's all we need.
Yeah, I don't think it requires much to fix things. You know, they
At
can
all.
sort it out
Just
a lot.
some minor number tweaks, and that's it.
And I do think that like they're gonna make sure that every class feels like they can, every class and spec feels like they are useful in a raid and a dungeon. You know, I'm okay with certain classes just being really good at trash DPS or whatever. That's fine. That was always the case for like enhancement shamans back in the day. Like they were just the kings of big trash packs, and you just and then later on there was the same case for combat rogues.
Yeah.
Which was fine because it came to the actual boss fights where things mattered. You know, everyone was fairly evenly matched.
As long as I can compete with people,
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't need to be overpowered. I just don't want to be underpowered.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yeah. Hello, Emily Elbows. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to. I think there are definitely a lot of class issues right now for many classes. Like, I mean, you can't quite just listen to everyone because everyone is going to say that their class is the worst,
exactly.
You know, but for the most part, I think
if like 100 to 200 different people in the same thread or in different threads are saying the exact same thing, then something is wrong. You know.
Yeah, and in the end, we're gonna get to see the numbers. You know, and then the numbers don't lie. You know.
I mean, I've been doing okay in our instances. Like I've been topping some meters, and I've been doing, not doing great in other meters. But like, I think that's only because I outgear other people because I've been lucky with drops.
Yeah, I think that's a big case of it too. Like, you and I are both at like 840 right now, which is pretty big. So we'll be able to just go quite a while just from having good item level and like a fairly nice weapon, that'll cover for a lot. I think the real test will be when we go into a proper raid and everyone is on more or less even footing with weapons and item levels, and oh yeah, best part of the instance coming up. Whee! This is so cool. Alucard 71, you haven't missed a lot. We've just been chatting a little bit and playing a little bit of WoW. I'm doing a normal instance right now with Sips and a few other people. Sips is not on Discord though, so
class rants.
Yeah, we've been ranting a little bit about classes and numbers and so on. It's not super interesting necessarily to talk and think about, but it's just one of the things that will eventually be changed.
This has always been fine.
Yeah, I mean, in there, like before, in like other expansions, every now and then there was like a class, like a spec that wasn't particularly good. Like, you couldn't really play Frost if you were Death Knight, if you were raiding on a heroic level, for example, because it just wasn't good enough. But then at least like Unholy existed as an alternative, and then you could make the choice. But in this one, when there's so much involving the artifact power and like the time you spent upgrading your specific weapon and so on, they have to make sure that specs are viable at this point. Like, you can't just say like, oh, we'll swap. Because I have 0 power in my Unholy weapon. It'll take a long time to start getting that up,
Yeah, no, I mean, I've got 14 or 15 points in my Demonology weapon, hoping that they will fix that spec as well, because Demonology is actually broken right now. Affliction I can do something with at least, but Demonology, you can only do real damage right now if you do not have to move at all, and I cannot think of more than one fight in any of the current instances where you do not move at all.
Yeah. True.
Lucky for me, Affliction is my favorite spec anyway, so I'm not complaining about that. But yeah, some small changes need to be made.
And I think they will. Good enough.
100% within 2 weeks. Like, I have no doubt about that in my mind. I would not be surprised if either other classes got nerfed, or the classes that need a buff get a buff. I hope it's the buff part and not the nerf part, because nerfs suck.
Yeah, yeah. It's rather buff weaker classes, that's right.
Then nerfs.
Gerbalicious, we're not complaining about classes being unique. That's not at all. In fact, like, that's a really good thing. And I'd argue to say that classes are way more unique now than they've ever been. Like, even more so than in TBC. They're very different right now, all the specs. They have more unique things going
uniqueness.
on. Yeah.
I just wish they were more viable.
Yeah,
Like,
like, being unique doesn't help if you're just not good enough. If your class puts out half the DPS of other classes or specs, doesn't matter that you're unique, Like, you're just never gonna be able to go raid properly because no one is gonna ring you if you can't perform. That's just that simple.
Scoville, as was their right.
You gotta think of it as well when we make these complaints. We're thinking about it talking about it out of a raider's perspective. Like,
Yeah.
me and Rythian have both raided for the past 8-9 years or something. So
will surrender it in death.
Pretty sure every class is fine just to do solo stuff, really.
The ages or die.
oh, solo stuff. All the Dimilge, all the work specs are completely fine.
You will die in agony.
There we go. He waited a bit for the shield.
Alright, that class Egan was not towards us.
No, I didn't say. Yeah.
Where it belongs.
I just figured, like, just in case he was mistaken, that we agree.
I have no idea how I'm getting to this Blitzroom quest.
A lot of quests these days, like, are on these high mountains or
Yeah, and I have
low
no idea how
caves.
to get
Like,
up there.
where do I go? I don't know where to go.
And I need the Obliterum. Oh, sorry, not the Obliterum, the Infernal Brimstone.
Yeah. It's if you're doing Infernal Blizzard, it's you have to walk up the mountain like along a path to get to it.
What path?
It's 33, 39 if you have coordinates, I think. I did it earlier today.
39. Okay, let's see.
Most impressive. I never thought I would meet anyone who could match the Valajar's strength. And yet here you
Really, that's a Faranar.
Maybe.
There is
No,
one
I was thinking of something else then.
Me. Should you
Yeah,
try,
okay, yeah, that was
I
not
will
it then.
carve your names in these sacred halls.
Oh, it's the
myself
one up
and
near.
grant you
It's in
honors
Azuma, yeah.
Worthy of your valor.
I think the path is like. I can't remember. But there's a
just-
path. There's a path.
I'm
You can
sure
look
there
it
is,
look it up
but
on Wowhead
I'll
and you should be able to find it.
I'll do it later.
Okay.
Tell me of your battles.
All Yogs have nicknames with their WoW names. Not all of us.
None of us have different ones.
Let the
Well, a
battle
lot of us do.
begin.
But
Yeah.
not all of us. I mean, keep
Generally,
in
a
mind,
lot of us.
most of us came from WoW. So
Yeah, exactly. Like usually, our WoW character is the name that we learned each other as.
Be warned, champions. I will hold nothing back.
Keep in mind that a lot of people play WoW as a game privately. It's not really something we do for streaming or anything, except me on these times. So a lot of people would prefer not to get whispered all
Every
the time and so
opponent
on.
has a weakness.
But hey, saying hello every now and then is not bad. Let's go get myself the power. Oh yeah, I'm an angel.
I mean, you know, using our own nicknames.
Yeah, like you can't
Like
really
every now
complain,
and
you know, if your name is Rythian, if people figure out who you are, it's really...
I yield. You are truly remarkable creatures. As promised, you will have your just reward.
Neat. I got random normal items, not really that exciting, but hey, still
Oh.
something. Cool.
Sorry to say, Rythian, but I think you just used up all your loot luck for the mythics we're going to do later.
I hope not. I really hope not. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find it. This thing. I already did, but we can find it. Find this infernal brimstone guy.
Have to say, Odin for a demigod does not have a lot of health.
It's, you know, you can't really judge those things. Like Ragnar's had about 1 million health back in the thing, and he was like an elemental lord. So yes, we have more than that now.
If you look at Gul'dan, he has got, I think, 3 times the amount that Odin has.
Yeah, but that's because he's in a raid. This guy's in a dungeon.
Yeah, but you know, Gul'dan is not a demigod, is he?
It's true. Not. Alright, have you tried to find him again?
What?
The Brimstone Destroyer.
Oh no, I'm doing a different quest line.
Okay, well, we're gonna go do it. Important. It's not really important. I think they sell for a nice chunk, but you know.
It's more that I need them for some crafting stuff,
Ah, okay.
toys and
Alright,
stuff.
It is it is 3933. That is where the path were. I was right.
Okay, let me look at your map, because 3339 moves to
No,
the top of Faradar for me.
3933. It's in Azuna, right? That's where it is, right?
3933.
Yeah, it's around like
Okay,
Daniel Wellspring,
so I
roughly.
heard you say 3339,
Ah,
and that is in Faradar.
yeah. Well, it's there.
But I went there, and there was no path all the way
There
up
is
to the
a
Brimstone.
there is like a path up the mountain to go there, like roughly around, right below the eye in the spring on the map, and you can just sort of walk up a path of the mountain until you find it.
Oh, we'll see then. Just quickly finishing this one.
Yeah. Alright, then anything else worth doing? No world quest wise?
I can't really see much that's completely worth doing.
Nothing super. I'll think I'd go around and do the
I mean,
belt
there's an
just in
830
case.
glow somewhere.
Yeah, there's a belt for me. I figured
Oh,
I'll do it and just in case.
damn it! Why
Yeah,
you get
sorry,
belt? I
but
don't-
it's plate. You wouldn't like it anyway. So.
I know, but I just want a belt. It's the one slot that I'm just not able to replace.
Would you recommend WoW as a game? From what I've heard, many people play it largely because of the memories rather than good gameplay. I think if I had never played WoW and I didn't have the friends to play WoW and everything, then maybe I wouldn't bother. I'd focus more on like single player stuff maybe, or just like more things like Overwatch or Dota. So it's hard for me to judge because I have 12 years of history with this game, and a lot of the people I play with I've known for 10 plus years, you know, or something like that. And I can't really separate that. That said, I genuinely think WoW is by far the best MMORPG out there. If you want to play a role-playing game in a world with a lot of other people, WoW is the one to go. I don't think anything can compare, person. There are other good ones, but nothing that is as good.
Okay. I just encountered a different buff from the 6 soul bag. Gain 1 soul shard every 5 seconds. That was not bad. I think soul shards are what I use for all my burst spells. Rythian?
Sorry, I was typing. My bad.
Ah.
Epic, even playing solo, I kind of think that WoW shouldn't really be played solo, personally. You can play it solo, but I feel like you're kind of missing the point. It is supposed to be an MMO, like a massive multiplayer one, where you're supposed to play with, you know, people that eventually become friends, and then you get friends into a guild, and then you do stuff with a guild. I think that's pretty much a big part of the game.
YouTube channel, and then
yeah, basically. But I mean, you can do WoW solo. I just don't think it won't last as long for you if you do. You'll probably just do like solo stuff and a little bit of end game, and then you'll probably be done, because trying to do endless dungeons with new random people every time is not so fun. The part that makes WoW fun is meeting people and creating lasting friendships and so on. Where's this blade core? He wanted the glove I got, and he said to wait and meet me here. Waiting. Need a healer for dungeons? Thanks, Garthalak, but not right now. I'm not really doing in dungeons at the moment.
Yes!
Okay, let's go see about that belt, and let's hope it Warforges. It is in Valor Jar. Okay, closest flight point, probably Foothills, I guess? Or Valdesjal. I'll go Valdesjal.
Greetings.
Colin's Post, actually, might be closer.
Till next we meet.
Define solo, max level seal group with people. I suppose when people are talking solo, they're talking about like not really playing with friends or not really playing in a guild. You know, playing mostly guildless, doing solo stuff, and you know, maybe queuing for dungeons with the group finder and that sort of thing. But you know, I think it's the real strength of the game is to get friends, make a guild, and play with your guild and raid with your guild. Raiding is, I think, the true WoW experience to do the raids, like, you know, between 10 and 20, 25 people, you know, raiding something together, helping each other with your individual roles and so on.
ooh, 25% haste this time. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Hello to all, are you guys the real Yogscast? No, we're fake. We're fake Yogscasters. We've just hacked this channel and, you know, scamming everyone for lots of donations and everything. So send us money. Send us money.
I am Louis, and this is Simon.
Louis and Simone, yeah.
Simone. Can't you tell? Fuck.
Master Hacker, yeah.
Our whelplings hunger for the flesh of
Alright.
animals.
He wants to feed whelplings. Let's feed some whelplings over here.
Plunge this lightning rod into fresh corpses.
This is one of the things that goes like super quick.
The rest.
Because you just kill a wolf, and you mash the thing. Look at all these whelps. Oh, tasty, tasty food.
Some world quests are so
And
much
you're done.
quicker than others.
That quest took about 5 seconds.
Upon the feast you provide.
Free Blood of Sargeras.
You have our thanks.
Thank you, Storm Dragon. Yes, dude. Alright, we're just gonna follow the road.
That's such a cheater. Like that seems like so cheaty. What you're doing there.
Yeah. I don't even know.
I mean, it's not, but it does. Like, it feels very cheaty.
I feel like you should at least get to eat from multiple corpses, but no, they seem fine.
Creepy kiss.
Creepy kiss from Voxiol, who says... Let me refresh. I heard you wanted money for the best Yogscast hackers. Kappa. Score! Our scam is working, Louis.
Yes!
We're getting all the monies.
These
Great,
new
Simone.
challengers seek to complete the trials you have bested. Show them how a true champion
If I'm really Louis,
fights.
pretend you're introducing a GTA playlist as only he can. Oh,
Go
you
for
guys
it.
don't even know the half of it. Whenever we start, okay, this is actually quite funny. Whenever we start a GTA playlist, it's always the same. It's like, we're having some fun, you know, in GTA. Like me, Duncan, Rythian, Tom, whatever, you know, we're having some fun, we're messing around a bit. And then the playlist starts, and Lewis comes to the channel, and he's like, okay, shut the fuck up, everyone! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! And then, like, we do a counter of 3 seconds, and he goes from that mood to, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Yogscast. And you're like, wow, how does someone change emotions like that?
Yeah.
So goddamn quickly. It's
It's
interesting.
It's classic. How he does things.
Simon does play the new expansion, but he's on a...
He's on a secret character.
Secret character.
It's
that
not,
people don't
yeah.
know.
He's
not
he's
called
playing
Polygy
his
for
hunter.
once.
He's doing heroic dungeons at least. I don't know if he's doing mythics, but he's gotten a certain level of distance in terms of progress. He seems to be enjoying it a fair bit. I think everyone is playing. I don't really see Lewis around. I think Lewis is the only one I don't see around. I see him on. I know he's on a character, but I think he's Alliance maybe or something. I don't know. I know he's probably got everything. If you want to see Lewis plays,
You want to line when I logged on.
he'll be on like Team Double Dragon pretty much. That's where he plays. They added slots for the old gear, some bank space. Oh, dude, you have no idea. Once they added the transmog system, there's a room for everything. It's the best. All right, let's kill everything. Kill all these mobs. All the mobs. There we go.
Better you taught them their place in this
So
life.
Simon is a dwarf. Yeah, Simon
Simon is a dwarf.
He's totally playing a dwarf, guys.
He's a dwarf in his heart, you know. The belt did not upgrade. It's just an 830.
I would be so happy with the 6.
Yeah, I know. Where do you get
Oh,
the
630,
belt? Can you get the
830
belt
now.
from the Deathlord thing? Maybe it's that later, or maybe there
what?
isn't a belt. The class altar set, sorry.
The class. Okay, I checked it because I was like, oh yeah, that's actually an easy way to get a belt. You need 100,000 artifact power.
All right,
unlock that one.
yeah, that's not so good. Playing well with Sips for Team DD, then we're playing Demon Hunters. But are they? Sips also playing a Demon Hunter then on that character? Fair enough. I know they started the
that's-
series on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Sips is max
But
level
Sips
on
was-
his priest now, so
Priest. Yeah.
his name is probably Honey Boo Doo. Yes,
Fuck, they found it out.
secrets.
I forgot that I don't like this quest. This war quest.
Oh, which one?
It's the one with the you need to the pirate cove, whatever, in Azura even, where you release 4 prisoners basically, kill 6, Makrura and 6 Gilblin,
Oh yeah.
and then you think you're done, but no.
Then you get
Then
to
you
go
also need to kill
swim down.
Ubilion,
Yeah.
and the reward is not that great.
The wardens have
You know,
pledged to
for-
bring justice to
for
this
what?
world. But
The
we
amount of
cannot be
Things you have to
everywhere.
do for it, basically.
We offer you the honor of taking down a grave
Let's go
threat.
blood spec for this guy. I'm actually quite enjoying blood a lot. So yeah, I'm pretty happy doing blood for most things, except in raids. In raids, I want a DPS.
Rythian's a blood elf.
I am a blood
filthy
elf, of course. I'm always the best race. I think I have by far the most blood elves. I have lots and lots and lots of blood elves. I have 2 goblins, 1 Pandaren, and then 1 orc and 1 troll, 1 orc and 1 tauren. But they're really because I had to make them vanilla races back in the day, and I didn't want to pay the money to respec them since I don't play them or race change them. So they're like the only exceptions. I do agree that gnomes are awesome though, but sadly we don't have that option to play gnomes. We are a horde, so Octaragar for the horde and all that. Can't really roll
Gnome is master race, though. Yeah.
Gnomes are cool. I would play I wouldn't play a gnome Death Knight, but my rogue would be a gnome. My
warlock.
my
would be a gnome.
shaman can't
I mean,
be a gnome, I guess.
My
so.
second warlock is a gnome, so
Yeah.
yes, I have a second warlock, max level.
Yeah.
Well, no, not max level. Like he's level 100. But
We will not forget your aid this day, champion. The wardens are in your debt.
No sweat, Sarah Moon Warden. I am helpful. I helped you out for. So much to do.
there is so much to do.
Right, what next? I've done Felbreath. I don't know why it's still there. You can do the vampires.
Okay, I'm handing in. I'm gonna get a Legio.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course you.
Of course. Just, I mean, right? Has
Yeah.
to.
I mean, come on.
Must be a bug if I don't.
What's wrong with my quest log? Calf is playing a gnome as well. Streams. Not sure when the next one is. Since used to get viewers to vote, and they keep voting for other stuff. Yeah. I think Hannah was doing some WoW with Calf. Yeah, they're
Unless you really, really, really like playing WoW, I don't think it's a great game to stream. Like,
No, I mean it's like I don't know. Like it has its audience and so on. I mean, part of the
It
reason I'm
certainly
doing it is
does.
because it's a game I'll most likely be playing anyway, and it's fun to just like have it running and talk to people. Sometimes there's more exciting things going on than others, but even if there's nothing exciting to go on, I feel like it's like a good game to just have on to like talk and have in the background while we chat and have fun. We're not on the Venture Code. I think everyone has figured out a server right now, but just in case, I'll still leave it as a secret.
okay, Throne's logbox. Come on. Open it. No, what the fuck?
Nothing
Where's
good.
my legendary?
Legendary. What the? I didn't get legendary either.
These-
It must be
these
bugged.
Bugs.
It's bugged, man.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I get to ride the ghost ship. Great.
You think they fixed it by now, you know? But no. Lazy bastards.
The add-on for my
Among
World
the
Quest is called
souls
World
of
Quest
evolution,
Lists. It's pretty cool.
There are some who wish to regain their honor, fighting alongside you against the Cavaldir.
Here we go. I'm riding the ship. Riding the ship, baby. Gonna be shooting Kvaldir. We can find anyone still alive. It's just like there's 90 other ghost ships riding around here, killing them all. There we go.
I mean,
Kill him.
for the people in chat, WoW streams definitely do have their audience, and they can be decent games to stream. I just think I don't think Kav has played WoW before.
Yeah, it was
like, he
apparently
started a
super
completely
new.
fresh character, and I don't think that's a particularly interesting thing to stream, you know, because you don't know a lot about the game. I mean, you know, you've got the entire new perspective and all, and that has a certain draw to it. But most people that watch WoW streams watch people that know what they're talking about and know what they're doing. Like me and Rythian,
Yeah.
we've both played this game for over a decade, which is crazy if you think about it.
I think more than other games, WoW is the type of games that you only want to watch if you play the game. I think there's a lot of other games that you can watch even if you don't necessarily play the game itself. But I don't think like WoW is very entertaining if you don't also play WoW. It'll be the type of thing that you just sort of you don't really get what's going on, you know. Or you're just like, I used to play this ages ago, things are so different, WTF. Why can I not get my...
We
Okay,
must not
it's finished.
suffer
I need to
Hellia's
check this quest log,
minions
it's not
to
working.
gain territory on
Cav hadn't
foot.
played since BC. Yeah, I mean,
Ah, okay.
a lot has
That's a long
changed
time.
since BC.
Yeah.
So
Imagine if you could turn back time to save Varian, but his son becomes disabled. Dude, that's too soon, and also
What?
not cool. It's you shouldn't read it, Silas. You shouldn't read it because it's a spoiler for a different thing, basically. Yeah, it's that's too soon, man. I don't want to think about it. No, it's a comment, but you shouldn't read it because it might spoil you for something. So, read it.
okay,
It's don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm so worried.
He's just not played for a long time. He wanted to play new characters,
makes
people who are
sense.
noobs, and so he could play high roller's character as Gnome called Loban. Yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense and it's good.
It makes sense.
And I think he should play. I think WoW's a great game and you should enjoy it. But I'm thinking it's not surprising to me that his audience is voting for other things.
Yeah,
Because they might not be super.
We're
interested.
not trying to shit on what Cav's doing here. We're just saying like, there's a reason. Like there is a reason that other people that people try to, you know, when you put games up for a vote, that WoW generally doesn't win.
Yeah,
It's just because it has a limited audience.
exactly. Well, that's good. Ikiangianangang. What a name. Well, that's good because that is part of the intention with these streams, so that'll be funny or at least entertaining to listen to us talk, even if you're not necessarily super into WoW.
But
You did Dragon Soul.
there's
The
only
feels,
one person
yeah.
talking right now, according to, you know, every YouTube comment
Everyone in
ever.
chat, yeah. I didn't realize there were different people. Oh my god!
There's 2 people in this game.
Goddamn.
Trail Grot
Oh.
is infested with pirate.
I'm sorry to think it's just turned into a meme. Like,
Yeah,
people-
it might very well
people
be.
just don't really. People can tell the difference between us now. But they just
Yeah.
like to keep the meme alive, you know.
Are plundering relics we buried for a reason. Such cursed artifacts were never.
You guys
meant
excited
to
for the
be
new
unearthed.
Karazhan? I mean, hell fucking yes.
Dude, it looks so good. That trailer, man. Like, I already thought it was gonna be pretty cool, but then that trailer happened and I was like, holy shit, that's so good. It does look amazing. It's gonna be great. I don't know when they're exactly gonna, you know, get it released or whatever, but yeah, 7.1. I still unclear if that's gonna be before or after Nighthold. I thought it was gonna be after, but then someone said it might be before to like bridge the 2 raids together, sort of, and a little bit of story. I guess we'll find out, you know.
I might have found
the-
the path to the brimstone.
Oh yeah, well done. You did it. You did it.
Those artifacts would have caused grave harm in the hands of those greedy
It's a shitty
thieves.
path though. It's a really,
You
really
did well
inconspicuous
to
path that
retrieve
you would not have noticed unless you were told that it's there by someone.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just that like it looks like it's it just could just be part of the mountain, but yeah. Which trailer? I think you can find it if you just like search for like 7.1 Return to Karasan. I think you should be able to see it. It's really cool.
Wow. All that effort to just mine once and get 5 in front of brimstone. Done.
Yeah.
Quest completed.
Quest
no
done.
big deal.
You do finish really quickly. Some of these quests, some take a lot longer. I don't know if you have the quest that's on the island in Stormheim, the top right, you know? That one is a bit tougher. You need to go into this area where there's tons of elite mobs. I was doing it like a little bit on my own, slowly. And I was like, I should probably wait until a couple of people. And then a protection warrior just came like leaping down from the sky. And without a word, him and I just started like team up and we just did it all together and it was great. It's just tank supremacy, you know, it was great.
Floppy duel? I don't think that's an issue.
You put all your artifact power into Unholy. You want to try to spec Blood, will have no AP in it. You'll get it pretty quickly. You can get to like level, 12, 13 without too much of a problem. Because right now, like if you just, go and do a little bit of Suramar or queue for a couple of heroics, you should get a nice chunk of AP. You'll be slightly buggered, I guess, but not entirely buggered. It's sort of the system. But like the early levels require much less artifact power, so you should be able to catch up to at least get maybe your first golden trait or whatever. But yeah, you'll be a little bit behind. I do definitely think that blood is worth trying though, 'cause it's super fun.
I will be back in about 10 minutes. I'm just gonna make a sandwich.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I need to eat.
What do you see?
Okay, be 10.
Yes,
Yeah.
my disciple.
It's tempting to get this to max if I can.
Yes, my
It's
disciple.
85.
I shall
85. It's the same for both of those. But he shortens the time to 3 hours 12. That'd be nice to get it to 115. That's not particularly high.
Can't let you be here by yourself, Rythian.
Thanks, Baron.
Ironically, I was just making sandwiches.
Well, sandwiches are good. Very good. I can confirm that much. I wonder if it's worth... I mean, it's always worth sending a troop, at least, I think.
Yes, my disciple.
I have a mission for just experience, really, but like I have a chance to get the open your followers page and grant this item to blah blah blah, but I can get it 15%. I was like, is it worth it? But it pretty much always is worth it to give it a go. Troops are easy enough to get. Like, that doesn't really matter if you run out of them. And
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that means I should be able to... No, they still require unholy.
Yes, my disciple.
Help.
Have you been using the app much?
I used it basically after I went to bed, and then like I woke up a few times, and it's like, well, I woke up, let's open up the app, and I just clicked around a little bit. It works. I mean, it does what it says it's supposed to, so that works for me. The main thing that was nice about it is that I could actually see all the professional role quests that I didn't see before, but that seems to be now. So
Yeah, they've started showing up in game. I think whatever the fix was, did it for both in game as well as for the map on the app. Now I'm just hoping Kalagos turns up.
yeah, he didn't show up for me. I was kind of hoping that it was reaching 17 in your weapon or whatever. So I tried to do that before the raid, and then before the stream, but he just still didn't show up. So not that. There's a couple of people in guild chat now saying like they got it and they didn't get it and so on and so on. Seems a bit random.
Yeah, maybe it's a timer after you've hit max level.
Maybe.
Well, did you complete your quest chain before or after Zoe?
I don't know, actually. It could be. It's like a time-based thing based on when you finish your class or the campaign or something.
Because I know that you and she did it around the same time because you both got the title about the same time.
Yeah. I think she might have been before me, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, it'll be a couple of days before I see him. Sadly.
I mean, yeah, it'll take some time, I suppose. I assume it'll be fixed so that people will get it soon enough. Man, these research and artifact knowledge research things are really taking a long time. They weren't kidding when they wanted people to slowly get gated into those things.
Slow down.
Yeah. Like the Pandaren
Yeah.
say.
Oh, yeah. Even the missions are considerably longer than the garrison stuff was. Like, it's
Oh,
much
yeah.
more of a in-the-background thing rather than core like it was for the garrisons.
Yeah, it's more likely you'll just like, you'll be putting one on and then going to do stuff and it's like, oh hey, a thing is done. And you'll go back and you sort something out for like 10 seconds and then you move on.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, the fact you only get 5 people to send out as well
Yeah,
means you usually at most have 3 missions going, at very most.
yeah. Usually it's just 2 for me. I tend to send.
Yep.
When I have like a good reward, like if it's experience or whatever, I tend to send 3 people so that they all get the experience.
Yeah, it's the same here.
Yeah, the 7.1 Karasan thing, it's basically going to be a mythic raid or mythic dungeon, which I guess is sort of like a mini raid because it's going to be way longer than others. It's going to be like 9 bosses in there. So it's going to be a bit bigger than the other dungeons we have right now. But it is going to be fine, man. So it'll kind of be its. I mean, what really was the difference between a raid and a mythic dungeon right now? Like they're both on a weekly lockout. It's just the size of the amount of people. So you can either call it a long mythic dungeon or a mythic or a raid for less people. You know, it depends.
Well, that was kind of the point, was to give people multiple avenues of progression.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's a good idea to offer people more different things to do, or different progression.
I mean, and there are upsides, but there are downsides to it. Like, you know, as we've talked about with blacksmithing,
Yeah,
where it's just, why would you bother with it, given how much other stuff you can get and how much better?
yeah. The progression is just too slow, basically.
Yeah, like, I'm mostly being held back by my necklace. I think everything else is at least 825 or higher. And I've not been farming heroics, although I could.
Yeah, that's the main source of gear right now. Just doing dungeons, heroics, and eventually mythics.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to fight Shin for a spot on the Karazhan 5-man.
Yeah, I very much suspect we'll end up getting multiple groups for that. Because we're more, even just us, we're more than 5. And then my existing raid team will have people who want to do it and people who I want to do it with as well. So we're going to get like multiple groups of that together, I suspect.
Why, hello.
I think I'm better geared than Shin though, so I'll probably be in there first.
Yeah, could be. Who knows? Healer spots, you know.
What is our destination?
You can at least have a... I mean, for firemen, I guess there's only one. It's 1 tank, 1 healer.
How did
You
we
can't
live
really do the
before
same.
the night well?
Yeah. I mean, my DPS spec
Anar
isn't bad.
Amenos.
My
Yeah,
DPS
you're still red,
stuff-
right? Have you gotten a
Yeah.
decent chunk of relics for your thing?
My red weapons only 815 though. It's the relics that's
yeah.
really holding me back. I
Yeah.
have 1 fire one, and I keep
The
on
night
getting the
well
fire relic
calls
from the
to
world
me.
quests.
On Ratha
The problem I
Adore.
have with
Yes.
relics for off-spec is that I go to a dungeon and then like, oh hey, there's a boss that drops a blood relic or whatever. And I'm like, I should switch. But then in the back of my mind, it's like, what if a legendary will drop off this boss? And then I'll get a blood legendary. And I'll be like,
I don't
shit.
think legendaries are informed by your loot spec.
How else would it be informed, though?
You just get one for your class.
Yeah, but there are definitely spec-specific legendaries, though. There are frost legendaries and blood legendaries, etc., etc. So, I feel like it's dangerous switching.
Someone
Here
was
is
saying,
118.
and I'd
Go
like
ahead.
to confirm it. Well, just that spec may not influence which ones drops. It's just one will drop for you in your class, but it may not be for your spec.
Man, that
How
would
true
really
that
suck,
is,
though. That would
Yeah.
really suck if I just got like an unholy legendary. It's like the I spec I don't even play. Goddamn. Furious118, can you do an upload of your LVI code so we can easily have the same UI layout as you? Maybe. It's... Every time like you upload it, like people start asking you questions of how to do it and how to install it, and I need to type up a list of instructions for people to use it and so on. It's a fair bit of work for something that I'm not really prepared to do. Mostly this is just the base LVI anyway. I've just tweaked a couple of minor things, so you can get something similar just from downloading LVI and just minor messing around with the options. To really get exactly the same, yeah, you'd have to do some work, but I don't know if I'm prepared to put in the stuff to get all that ready. But who knows? Maybe I'll do it at some point. Okay, I have a question here. Alright, I forgot to do the... I don't know, fuck it. There's a buff you can get in Felsol Hold that gives you like a 20-minute buff when you're in Suramar to have a chance to do like an Arcane Blast type thing on attack. You can go grab that like all the time, and it's actually pretty good. And it's only like 25 ancient mana to get. Actually, I think I'll go grab it anyway. Kill these dudes and go back and get it.
Apparently it's amazing for the scenario.
Yeah, I've heard it's good for with the training, because I mean it's just a lot of extra damage basically.
Yeah. I have to take a break from this attunement thing. As much as I'd love to do it, so many people are camping the one that's time gated.
Yeah, that seems a little...
Figure I'll do it tomorrow morning my time when it's late for you guys.
Yeah, I mean this is, you know, European server, so if you're on in like non-prime hours, there'll probably be less people on, so...
Mind you, I was there at like 2 PM for you guys, and there were people everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of people play a lot of WoW, I guess. You need 810 for Heroic, isn't Mythic higher than Heroic? Yeah, it's true actually, but the thing about Heroics, right, is that you don't need... There's no item level restriction if you just walk in with a pre-made group. So, to queue up with the Dungeon Finder, you need item level 810, but if you just get a group together, you can go in when you're lower. And Mythic, of course, is harder than Heroic, but it's not, like, ridiculously harder than Heroic. I'd say if you have a decent group of friends together, you can go in at, like, 815, 820 without any problems, and even below, sometimes. Depends on the rest of your group.
Mythic mostly becomes about the tactics and, like, not standing and stuff and that kind of thing. Less about your gear.
It's like, you know, if you're doing a Mythic boss, like, you can't really stand in their major mechanics. It'll just pretty much kill you.
Hey!
You have to... Hello, welcome back. You're just gonna die to that sort of stuff.
Got some lovely, lovely sandwiches. Oh,
Sounds tasty.
some freshly baked bread.
Okay, now
Put
I'm getting jealous.
Put some Parmesan cheese on there. Some sun-dried tomatoes. Some spices. Oh,
Sounds pretty
glorious.
good. I'm gonna agree and say that sounds pretty good.
The Legion landed right on our doorstep, and Ellison simply let them in. Disgusting.
Oh yeah, there's a world quest.
Strike at
Might as well do
Felsol
that.
Hold. Show the Legion that some of us are
Depending on how long
not
it
so
takes.
easily broken.
That turns me on.
Allegedly, I only have the one in Suramar at the moment, but I have found that some of them still don't show on the map.
Yeah.
Like I've wandered into areas like Felsol Hold especially, and it's just be like, hey, there's a world quest here.
What the hell? Where's the lay shard?
can
Must
I
be a lay
say
shard here.
Parmesan again? Here you go, Parmesan.
Donation
banana.
from
No,
Fogger
it's not
Sajid,
Parmesan.
saying, "Good afternoon, all. Between Rythian and Silas, who plays the more Witcher? Hashtag Team Scotland. Probably Silas. I think he's done. He's finished Hearts of
finished
Stone,
the
which
game
I haven't.
twice.
Yeah, and you
I've also
yeah, you
finished the game twice. You
the
finished
base
it
game
once.
twice as well. Yeah. Where's the buff?
But
Did they
if
remove
you
the
talk
buff?
about
They removed the buff.
if you talk about who's played more Witcher in general, I think you win. because
Yeah,
I've
because
not
I
really
played
played
Witcher
2
1 and 2, so so he's played more Witcher 3, but I've played more of the others together.
You wanted yet?
Yeah, I'm honored. I'm 20% into honored.
Oh, nice.
Still need to get about 5,500 more reputation to get to the next step where you can do the quest chains for Archway and Court of Stars.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about a third of the way.
Buff was gone. I'll have to do without it. How much do you have to pay to get into Yogs? I don't know, 100 grand? Like that? We'll probably let you in Yogs for 100 grand, I think. You could probably negotiate a little bit. You know, negotiate with me. I'll be the main point of contact, the economy officer. Unless you mean the guild, because in that case I don't think we'll get bribed, because we're already rich in the guild.
Speak for yourself, moneybags.
Well, I meant more speaking for the officer corps and the guild bank, etc. We don't really need it anymore.
Ah. No.
Oh, yeah, Louis and Simone.
Louis
Who's else
Simon.
back? We are the Yogscast. Hello and welcome. We are
We
not
are from
hackers.
France.
We are not hackers. We are the
We're
real
not
deal.
hackers.
Give us all your money for it goes directly to the
This
Yogscast.
is the first day of the Jingle Jam.
Yes, please donate to the charity.
Everything is going to the charity, not to us. No.
Not at all,
It's
no.
going to, it's going to ZRF.
Put my head in.
I'm sure that's a good, that's a great charity.
It totally
Zero.
is not that.
Very
design
legit.
is a brilliant font. Like, oh, no.
No, that's just a coincidence that it happened to be those letters. Alright, I haven't done this chain before. It's gonna be interesting. I've heard that it gets way longer than you think. I just met a random Vrykle and she basically said, you know, earn some money, go deal with the Jarl of Jandvix, and yeah, that sounds good. And then apparently it's a really long chain, so I'm looking forward to it.
It is. It is a very long chain.
That's good. It's good. I like Suromar.
Basically, the rest of the stream, I think, will be you in Yard Vic, whatever it's called.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I can always take a break in the middle, I suppose. But I'm happy doing this. A little bit of Suromar questing.
Yeah, I'm
See
doing
you in
the
Helheim.
one and only quest I have here for Suroma at the moment.
I'm excited to do mythics lately. Later.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Be real good.
Gonna get a legendary.
I better get a legendary.
Gonna get.
I'm
all the
gonna
loot.
give a report to Blizzard, saying
Gonna
something's
get
wrong.
all the loot.
We're going to do some mythics tonight.
We have a group set up for it. Einstein, Classy, me and Silas, and then we're gonna get another cloth DPS. We think that we can trade gear with each other and stuff. Play it like in a good way. I think that's gonna be good. Gonna be good.
Why does it have to be a cloth? We could just take another.
We could
plate
take another
DPS.
plate, but like I like
Let's
ranged.
see how it is, Rythian.
There's also less people for me to get. Nah, it's fine. I mean, if anything, I should have more plates because then there's another person plate stuff might drop to and give to me. So, you know. Hey, brief history of the Aeons. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't use it. Since I'm questing and stuff in blood, I keep like almost immediately using the artifact power. But I want that on the frost weapon. Any chance for more Hearthstone with you and Zoe, or anything else with you and Zoe? Hearthstone with me and Zoe, maybe. Other stuff with me and Zoe, definitely. At some point, we're definitely going to do something more. I'd like to do the StarCraft stuff with her eventually at some point, but she hasn't played StarCraft in a long time, so I don't know if she's interested in it. But I think that could be pretty fun if we end up doing that. Co-op mission type things. But yeah, I'm always sort of on the lookout for something cool to do with Zoe. I think we work well together in videos. Alright, let's go turn this in. I'm sure that's all we needed to do. It seems to be the case a lot of that in Suramar. You get like one mission, and it's like, yeah, it should be fine. And there's a follow-up, and then there's a follow-up, and then there's another follow-up, and then you have another thing to do, and yeah. Which is great.
And then 4 hours have passed.
Yeah, something like that.
It's only a few months until the Christmas streams.
Oh god, don't remind me. I will see how that goes this year. It's gonna be different because it's gonna be the first year where we've already streamed for like an entire year straight, you know? See how that works out.
Well, some things have been kept special for it.
Yeah.
TTD.
Sashtar Naga. Well, okay.
The thing is, like, we always have special things planned for the Christmas live streams.
Yeah, it's special.
Things you don't do during a normal Christmas stream, like during a normal stream even, because it's either, you know, costs too much money to do, and, you know, you won't really make... Like, basically, any money that we spent on stuff for the stream, we spent as, like, basically as an investment, knowing that we're gonna get all that money out of it for charity anyway. So
yeah.
So instead of donating like ourselves to sometimes, we just put, you know, a few, like let's say, not the costumes for my Nazi and Panda stream.
Yeah.
They cost like well over £150 every year. Like, yeah, that's money we don't donate, but because of those costumes, we reach higher goals. So yeah, like we could not do that for normal streams because you just would not make the money out of it anymore.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. But for charity, it's worth it.
Yeah, we're level 110, max level. What the hell? That is a giant fish head.
I do hope we get a preliminary like roster soon though, so that we can know when we need to plan our trip to Bristol this time.
Yeah, that'd be good to know.
Because I want to try to do that, like, you know, within this month, so we can get relatively cheap flight tickets.
Yeah, the earlier we order the tickets, the cheaper they'll generally be.
Yeah.
Xylus nude on stream. Oh, please, no.
May you wish.
Okay. We'll get banned by Twitch. It's...
I mean, has Twitch ever stated you get banned for dick shots?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know that topless is not allowed, but
I'm pretty sure that counts as something bad as well. Yeah. Alright, we're fighting some Naga now. We have done that latest in Azuna, I suppose, but there is always more of the story. Of course, we never really get to see much of Queen Ajara.
I spit on you! Away!
Set my flesh aflame, damn.
Sniveling pig!
Only one way to find out.
I don't know if that's the best idea necessarily.
But think about it, really. It would be legend. Wait for it.
Don't.
I don't want to think about it.
Very.
God damn. Barney.
Zinger.
No! Don't.
We're going with all the great quotes.
None of them are that good.
Okay, like, I mean, the legend, wait for it, dairy, I mean, it's not a great quote, but, I mean, How I Met Your Mother was a good show, really. You can't deny that. I like that.
I haven't seen that much of it, but it seems pretty good, yeah. It's from what I've seen, it seems okay.
Fair enough that you have a hatred
Yeah.
for the Big Bang Theory, but I would understand if you actually hated How I Met Your Mother.
Nah, I don't hate it. From what I've seen, it's pretty good. I heard the ending
You should
really
only-
sucked though.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should only hate the show if you actually saw the ending of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't too happy with How I Met Your Mother's ending, but you know.
I don't think anyone was. I think pretty much universally hated the way it ended.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. When you say there's a much better ending out there, Tevadron, do you mean like a deleted ending or an alternate script or what?
Yeah, they apparently edited one or something. Yeah, I remember the creator of the show saying they were going to do something like that.
Okay. Jandvik. I always feel a little like home when I'm fighting in Jandvik with the Jarl. I mean, it's more like Icelandic and like more like that, but it's still a little bit of Scandinavian style of this. The whole Vrykul area and stuff.
The racist against Australians, there's no Australian equivalent.
We'll get one eventually, you know. they'll put in like some sort of outlander, like outback type people, and like have them be a random race, and then yeah.
Oh,
What's
Nomi,
up?
Nomi, it's
Nomi?
time. Come on, what you got for me?
Yeah, Nomi's gonna rip you off, mate.
If you've got, I swear to God, Nomi, if you give me 8 more burnt flesh, whatever.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
I'm gonna kick him in the nuts.
Do they
Okay,
even
come
have
on,
nuts?
Naomi. I assume so.
10 months.
Have you checked?
8
beautiful
badly
place.
burnt foods. Naomi, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts.
Poor Nomi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, Rythian. 5 slices of bacon.
Yeah, I did the same. I figured we'll
You
see.
man.
Well, it's time for him to prove himself. I don't even know if like bacon is that valuable yet. I haven't really. I know it can be used for
It's-
some things, but you know.
For the
It is
feast,
for the
yeah.
feasts.
It's the equivalent of like the fell hide and the burning. What's the face? What's it called? Infernal brimstone. It's the equivalent of that for cooking.
Ah, okay.
Basically, it's a rare ingredient you can only get from world quests, and is used for specific crafts.
All right. I guess let's find out if Nomi's gonna do
Shit,
anything
son.
good with it.
You
I mean,
can.
I hope so.
I know Zoe got an upgrade for it. It
Yeah.
allows you to make food at a discount.
Maybe I should have just sold it.
Oh,
Probably.
I need to,
or just save it.
I need to farm some Barracuda Murglgog.
What?
It's
Just making
actually
sure.
the name of the recipe. Barracuda
Barracuda
Murglgog.
Murgle. All right.
It's the 300 mastery food.
You never liked how Norse
Yeah.
mythology gets butchered in games and movies? I mean, every mythology gets butchered in one movie or another. Like, they reuse, you know, general themes and stuff and so on for everything. I think it's fine.
Norse mythology is something that I actually want to learn more about, because I know a lot about Roman, Greek, and then like Egyptian mythology, but Norse, I know the basics, but I don't know even 10% of it, I think.
Weirdly, I know a
That
lot
seems
about
pretty
Norse
interesting.
mythology. It is. It's also a little on the weird side.
Yeah, but every
You know,
mythology
you
is
know-
a fucking weird
Well,
side.
yeah. You know, Sleipnir, Norse's Odin's horse. Six-legged horse.
Yeah,
No
the,
idea.
Odin has a six-legged horse. I believe Loki was its mother.
yeah, there's
Okay.
some weird stuff going on. There are a lot of things in there.
I mean, fucking Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty in the Greek and Roman
Well, yes.
like mythology, was born out of the foam that came out of the cut off penis of Zeus's father. So I don't know.
Which is Kronos?
Yeah,
it's
Zeus is
Kronos,
dead, yeah.
They cut off his dick. It fell into the sea, and out of the foam that rose from the sea, Aphrodite was born. I mean, there's some weird fucking stuff in most mythology.
Yes. Half of them come out of Zeus's forehead, don't they?
No, not half of them. Only two.
Athena, didn't Athena
Yeah,
spawn from
Athena
Zeus's
did.
forehead? Yeah. Yeah. Cool stuff.
For some reason, I don't get given the Bacon World Quest. Maybe you need a certain level of thing, I don't know.
Maybe. Firm up. Kill me.
Cooking or something, perhaps, I don't know. But no bacon for me.
Man, questing in blood is just so effortless. You're always at max health, and nothing is a threat. It's great.
It's honestly like
Tank supremacy.
It's the same with affliction. I just have so much fucking self-healing that I don't really drop below 90% unless I pull 10 plus mobs, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I can pull 10 plus mobs, but that's kind of the benefit of being a tank.
Yeah. Sure, I mean, I will never be as survivable
Yeah.
as a tank, but I think out of all the DPS classes, I'm probably the most survivable.
Yeah, having
Because
Drain
of
Life
how
as
much
one of your
health you
main
have.
spells, that does help definitely.
Yeah, and also
Retribution
Siphon
Paladins.
Life.
Are they really that good? I mean, I get you have the Justicar's Vengeance, but like, is that a huge...
But Bubble,
like...
Lay on Hands.
Sure, I'll give you have a lot of those
Self-heal.
shit buttons, to be fair, but... And yeah,
And
Void
Justicar's
Cube is
Vengeance, I
right.
had a
Like,
problem.
a big part of the Norse mythology gods is that they weren't necessarily godlike god beings, like, you know, the Christian god. They were just like... They were like another type of beings, and they had a lot of power, but like this way there was so many stories about them that made them very humanized, you know?
Yeah. Well, the
Very
Greek gods were very
Maybe, I'll say.
human too.
Yeah, there's a very
Heavy, but
similar style
human.
for that, you know? It's... Like, this way,
They were
like, a lot of them were
human-like,
like
but
half
they were
gods,
still
you know?
definitely divine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they had their own place to live in and so on. The same for the Norse gods. Alright, we're
They
gonna
just
burn
had
this
human
guy up.
qualities.
Yep.
Oogle and beyond!
Yeah, Emily Elbows, it ruins everything if you think about it in certain ways. Every beautiful person on the planet ultimately comes from a penis.
That's kind of true, mostly, yeah.
Would it be kind of true? It is true. It's horrible
Yeah.
to think about.
Yeah, it's true.
Ruins beautiful women or beautiful men for you.
You are wise to depart!
Oh shit, we are gonna make a tonic to breathe underwater. Good times. I bet you they make you do this quest even if you're Forsaken and you have endless underwater breathing.
It does give you movement speed as well.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty handy. You can ride on the bottom of the ocean.
That's cool.
Pretty good. Sadly, it's only that little bay area. It'd be great if it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Are there any other? I don't even know. Are there any other classes than warlocks that can give water breathing?
Yeah, Sham? No, that's only... They used to be able to give water breathing, right?
Shaman gives water walking.
Yeah, I know they do give water walking, but didn't they also give water breathing, or is that always just
No,
warlocks?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're probably
For
right.
some reason...
And in that case,
yeah,
no,
it's
you're,
only warlocks.
it's only warlocks.
I mean,
Druids have it for themselves with their
Yeah,
quad.
they turn into a thing,
but
yeah. It's, I mean, these days it's not really that big of a deal anymore, but, you know, it's nice that it still remains, though, as a little bit of flavor.
fucking Druids get everything.
Yeah, it gets a lot of cool stuff.
Shooting druids.
They have a great melee spec, they have a great range spec, they have a great tank spec, they have a great healing spec.
Oh shit!
Got a form
Monk
for
got the
every
Underlight
sort of
Angler.
travel.
That looks really cool.
Did he?
Yeah? Let's type Gratz Gob Chop.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll be happy. This mage and our bodyguards are attacking each other. It's dumb. we're not carrying. We're just standing right next to each other. But our bodyguards is like, I will kill him.
That's why I got rid of my bodyguard in the end.
This is one of those that follows me along for a quest, so can't really choose.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Sadly not.
These stupid mobs aren't.
It's not biting. Really. It's not biting. I wish you would fall for the bait.
Yeah. Tell those people in chat as well. Next time you see Monkfish somewhere, call him Gobchop. It's his character name in WoW, and he thinks it's dumb that we call him that because we know that he is Monkfish. So of course we've then started to call him that.
You should never let people like know that you get annoyed. Like, oh, when it comes to us, that you get annoyed when you call them something because we will call you that.
Yep.
Are you able to change people's nicknames on Discord?
I can, yeah. I don't know if I want to go that far, but I could.
I called Nalzi Nisley for the better part of a year at some point because it frustrated him.
Yeah.
Nice.
God damn it. Drop your stupid bladders. Your blood.
Look! Rythian, they don't all have bladders, okay?
Yeah, we found that out in the past.
Stop hitting you in the bladder.
Am I doing something wrong? Maybe I should read the quest. It just says, like, kill them and get things.
No, you just
you just kill them, and only one of them has the bladder.
Oh, there we go. I finally got an
get
eyeball. From one of the best.
Oh, there's a vein there too.
No.
A seam.
There's a decent amount of artifact power spread around the world.
Yeah, I was looking at him and it's like, it's not a bad idea to try to go. Finally got the
Yeah, how much is there? Let's see. 2.6k. I need 6k more. To get my second golden trait.
What rank is your
Oh, you get the second one already? Damn.
My weapon
Yeah,
is
I have a long time to go for mine.
15.
I'm 17
like,
and I think I'll need to hit like 21 before I get the second one.
Yeah, I'm the
It's
same.
different
Is it
classes.
just because of the way you build it, maybe?
No, I'm beelining for the trades. It's just, taking time to get there.
Because
Yeah, I'm the
between my first golden trait and my second golden trait, there's only 6 points.
Nah, this is way more
Really?
for me.
Yeah.
If you watch the stream,
Wow.
you can see.
Here, let
There's
me make
nine.
let me make a screenshot for you. One sec.
Yeah, there's 9 between each of my golden traits. Like, there's no way that I could get to a golden trait from another golden trait in less than 9.
Here you
Yeah,
go, Rythian.
I need 8 levels basically from goal trait 1 to the next.
Huh.
Okay, so you go
Yeah, here.
basically.
If you look at mine
Yeah.
is so much better. Like when it comes
Yeah,
to
it's
layout.
like 3-3 and then you get it. Yeah.
Because here, look at that. Because after I get my second golden trait, I again need. Okay, I need 8. No, I need 6 for the next one as well
Yeah.
before I get my third golden
You
trait.
you skip that bottom line basically. You can
Yeah,
get yours
I
pretty
just go
quickly.
back to the Seas of Doom
Yeah.
and go to the last one.
I need to move around a little
Bloody
bit more.
hell.
I mean, in the end, it'll be fine, but it does mean that some classes will get their stuff earlier.
Yeah.
Clicking things. Yeah. 35 buttons on your action bars and only use 8 of them regularly. I mean, I have a whole
Sounds
bunch,
like
and
a
I feel
drill.
like I use most of them. Like, control on dead and corpse explosion, don't really use them that often. But I use pretty much all of these and all of these. And then
Okay, I use
these.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'd say I use 12 of my buttons regularly during a fight. But 4 or 5 of them are cooldowns, so I only press them once.
Yeah.
And the other ones are just part of my rotation. One of which I wish was just not part of my rotation, which is life tap, because apparently they just thought it was a good idea to make Warlocks the only DPS class that still needs to do mana management. God damn it.
Well, except for Arcane Mage, obviously. But...
Yeah, but Arcane Mage has like their mastery build around it, as far as I know.
Yeah, well, for them, like, it's all about mana management. That's like a major part of how it works.
Yeah.
You know.
Whereas with me, it's just like, oh, you've used all your mana, bare life tap to keep on DPSing. Whereas, like, Fire Mages and that kind of stuff, they don't need to do that.
No. What do we still need? A couple of basilisks.
Apparently Frost is the worst performing DPS spec according to simulations. I mean, don't take too much stock in what simulations say, honestly.
I think you're probably right. It is the worst performing right now, but again, it's simulation, which is only a patchwork fight, aka standing still and not moving or doing anything. And second part, like, it's not actual data from raids right now. You know, Frost might end up being super great at some fights and so on. Remember that a lot of fights include AoE, and this is basically just a single target one, and so on and so on. So don't worry too much about it.
I mean, Affliction, according to the same things, is also like it's the fourth worst spec for like pure single target non-movement fights. And while that is true, you're not gonna encounter many patchwork fights at all during the expansion. I would be surprised if we encounter one patchwork fight during this entire expansion. Most bosses have more than just the one target. You're gonna have a lot of fights that have 2+ targets for most of the fight up, including a lot of movement. And if you look at Demonology, which is the 4th best spec apparently, yes, that's true. If Demonology Warlocks do not have to move, give them, a fight where they have to move 10% of the time, that DPS drops like a sack of bricks. Like, you can't really judge everything on patchwork simulations because they're just not realistic. You can make some basic assumptions, like, you can see which classes might need a small buff in certain regards, but even that you cannot say for certain with patchwork simulations.
Is World of Warcraft worth paying the ridiculous money for? If you're saying ridiculous, it feels like you've already made up your decision and you don't think it's worth it. Which is fair. If you don't think that's worth it, that's fair enough.
It's like the way I see it. Like, you pay a AAA price, like, for the expansions and stuff, and for the base game you used to, at least not anymore. The base game is like a $5, and then you pay. No, you get the base game just for buying Legion, don't you?
Yeah, you get everything else if you have Legion, yeah.
Yeah, so
you just buy
and then
Legion
you pay
and then
about a tenner per month.
Yeah.
After that, the way I see it, like, I play the game a lot during that month. I definitely I pay a tenner for Netflix a month. I pay a tenner for Spotify a month. Don't use that as much as I play WoW. So for me the tenner is worth it. But I can imagine if you don't play it as much, or if you don't like the game as much as we do, you might not think the tenner is worth it. It all just depends on the way you see it.
What's C1, A3, SF, N+? Yeah, it's Shift F, Control 1, Alt 3, and Numpad plus.
I spit on you.
Or hotkeys.
We could do some random heroics, Rythian. There's the Satchel Corporation for tanks and healers.
Yeah, but you only get that if you queue up solo, sadly.
Was it only solo? I thought it was as long as it was random.
As far as I know, it's solo only.
Boo.
They always disappear for me, otherwise. I mean, if I'm wrong, then that'd be great, but... I think I'm gonna stick with this quest chain, though. It's kind of getting good now. Oh yeah, I can go underwater now.
Begone!
Must return to Yandvik. Okay.
To Janvik.
Sounds like the Jarl of Whitemane. Hello, I am the Jarl of Whitemane. Welcome to my city.
Sounds like a vampire there.
Sounds more Russian than...
No, that's not true. That was a good impression, actually.
I don't know, it
It
sounds very
was!
Russian.
Go back. No. Go back and listen. You'll see. It was close.
Welcome to my city.
No, I did not speak like a this.
You did say that.
This was not how I spoke.
Okay, chat. Did that sound Russian or not? The way
This
we
is
said it? Because
no.
to my feel, the way you said
This
it
is
sounded
this is
very
Russian vampire. I am Vladimir, and I like to drink your blood. But that's not how I spoke when I did the Jarl thing. Jarl thing was like, hello,
No,
welcome to the Jarl of the
very
city.
Russian.
Welcome to Whitemane. Have you come to be my champion?
I don't know, really.
There's not a lot of difference there.
There's tons. You guys just don't have the trained ears
The only difference
to
is
recognize.
the rolling R's, okay?
Probably not. The only Swedish person I hear is you. I'm in Australia. You're not coming down here. You burn.
I've heard some very thick Swedish accents over the years.
It's just you just guys don't recognize the trained voice actor, you know, of high level voice acting differences in my voice. So it's beyond amateurs, I think. So.
I have to admit, when I was doing Yavik,
we've genuinely played with some people that have had the thickest Swedish accents that I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, I'm swimming fast.
I don't mind that. I like the Swedish accent, like the really thick ones. It's funny, like to me. I don't know. On the other hand, like even though I know I have one myself, I hate the Dutch accent. But I think it's just you do not like hearing your own accent back in a different language, you know, because it just doesn't sound right.
everyone likes the Australian accent.
I mean, it's okay. My favorite accent when it comes to the English language has to be Irish.
Yeah, Irish.
Like a really thick Irish accent. It's so funny to me. It sounds so cool.
Lady Scottish accents and lady Irish accents.
Well, I'm maining a Affliction Warlock.
On 3.
A friend of mine did some game voice acting. He did some stuff for Old Republic.
Cool.
He actually did it at the Skywalker Ranch, and as he was going on a tour for it, like George Lucas was in his office. He just wandered in and said, "G'day, George." They weren't so crash hot on him doing that.
Yeah, that sounds like a little bit.
Don't worry, Yarsbog. I would never. I have too much respect for the Irish.
Oh shit! Let's kill the whale shark.
Also, I know that I
think
could
I'm
never
gonna
reproduce.
I'm probably gonna
Irish
get
accent.
killed. Hard as a hit. Got a lot of health. He's got 35 million.
I
got this.
Okay, he hits really hard. And he fears. Okay. Maybe I was a little bit optimistic. I don't know. I think I was a little bit optimistic for this guy. I'm
What's
gonna
he
swim
called?
away. Vicious whale shark. Alright, I ran away with my tail between my legs. Okay, this guy I can kill though.
You know, I actually quite like it's quite frustrating that a lot of these items, like BOE epics, are buy and equip.
Because it means you don't immediately pick him up.
Sorry, not buy and equip are item level 1 for not item level, required level 101 because they're very difficult to find on the auction house because of that.
Apparently he drops nothing at the moment.
Same as the other wild sharks, I guess then.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. There's an achievement for the one in Washir saying like, killing the whale shark despite or possibly because of the fact that he drops no loot.
Yeah. Apparently, for fire mages, it's really easy with that buff because you can just swim and spam Scorch and Fire Blast, and then
I
proc
guess,
fire.
yeah.
Oh shit! There's a 850 Warforged. Haste Mastery waste on the auction house for 75k.
Ooh.
I
That's
don't.
tempting.
That is perfect itemization, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of money though.
75k though.
You can always ask someone for some money.
No. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Okay,
how about you wait
We're gonna
until
do-
after the
We're doing
mythics?
mythics tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing mythics tonight. I'm waiting till that. If I still don't have a belt after the mythics, I'm probably gonna buy it.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm cheap. I don't buy things. I always feel like I'm just gonna get them instead. I have a
the
lot of
thing
money,
is-
but I never use it.
Gold is there to be spent.
It
in
is,
my
yeah.
eyes, you know?
I mean,
So,
you're correct. You're 100% correct. I just don't do it anyway.
I've got 230,000 left, so like it's about a quarter.
Yeah.
Well, no, a little bit more actually. It's about a third of what I have.
Exercise of the day using the dance mat we WoW to grind leather. God damn, that's impressive. Someone used the DDR mat to level from 1 to 100. That's pretty cool. Extreme.
How do they do that? I genuinely wonder.
It's impressive. Yeah, I don't really know like exactly how. They bind a bunch of things to the mat, you know, and then go for it.
I'm not streaming, Sea Dog. I'm just here for moral support.
Company.
Immoral support.
I'll be
He
streaming
had 2
tomorrow.
million free Legion. I don't know how much about WoW is that much. That's about as much as I had before WoW, before Legion. So that is a lot. Yeah, he's definitely rich then. I mean, it's, you know, it's obviously a bit different as you go, but there's a lot of ancient mana here.
2 million pre-Legion is...
That's
like,
good. You're
in
very
a-
rich if you did
you're in
that.
He would have been in the top
1%
1 to 2%,
probably, yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Good old Path of Frost. The thing is, there's not that much to use money on. Like, if you have, like, 50k, you're 100% fine. Like, you won't be able to buy the most expensive, like, bind and equip items from the auction house or whatever, or the really expensive cosmetic items. But you will never, like, you will be fine in pretty much whatever else you'll possibly need. Hello,
I'm
Brandon.
playing WoW for the first time because of Legion. Are rogues good DPS? They're up there.
Rogues are very
One of
good,
the better
yeah.
ones.
Outlaw
Yeah.
specifically is very good. Sea Giants. Okay, well, let's go Warren Toril.
And importantly, rogues are fun.
Yeah, rogues
outlaw
are
rogues.
really cool. Both Outlaw and...
Rogues
well,
are great, yeah.
I mean, Monk plays Assassination, he seems to like it. I decided to go Subtlety because it looked really cool, and of course Outlaw is awesome. The whole pirate combat-y thing is pretty well
The only
done.
thing I don't like about Outlaw is Roll the Bones. It's
Yeah.
too random.
It is random, yeah.
It looks cool as shit, though.
It looks
It
really
is-
cool,
oh,
yeah.
it's a cool ability. I just wish it wasn't as random. But I
Yeah.
guess it needs to be random because the buffs are actually quite crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is WoW hard and do people expect you to copy build from the net and so on? WoW isn't hard until you go to the very, very hardest stuff in the end game, like doing mythics and that sort of, you know, mythic keystone dungeons and mythic raids. That's where it gets really hard. And some of the later like heroic raids as well can be pretty tough.
Hi guys.
Hi Nazi.
Hi Nazi.
Welcome to the web stream.
Hi, Nazi.
Something very controversial for a second.
Go ahead.
Have you heard about? Fuck, you put me on the spot there. How's it going? How's WoW?
It's good. It's good, man. Just chilling and playing some WoW.
Still waiting for this controversial news.
Xylus
Yeah?
isn't French.
Oh god!
That scheme.
Dance
Here's
game?
some controversial news. I'm about to make a purchase.
What are you
from
buying?
Green Scam Gaming.
Oh shit! What are you actually buying?
They're
You
doing
found the
like
codes? The
they're
deadline?
doing mystery. No, yeah, fuck. I wish.
Oh.
No, they're doing mystery packs. Like 10 games for £3.99. It's like a very big discount. So I'm gonna see what games I get. Do you think I'll get good stuff, or do you think it'll be shit?
No.
Wait, are you in Vashir?
It's
Rythian?
sort of. This is in Suramar, and it's very similar to Vashir, this little area. I'm fighting a bunch of Naga and stuff. And
Man,
this
that
lady.
is lazy, isn't it? God.
This lazy is cool. Cool to see you back
Just
again.
taken a zone and said, "Let's do it again."
I mean, there can be water in many places.
No.
You're so positive, Nazi.
Trust me, when there was that Mario level that had
Trust
water
him,
in it,
guys.
it was the same fucking thing every time.
Every water level is a rip-off of Mario Brothers.
Yeah, pretty. I'm glad we're finally on the same page.
We're on the
here.
same page. Oh, wait. What? You just said I don't know who you are. Dude, I have been tricked. I have been bamboozled. That's not good.
What did she give you there?
An
Pendant?
enchanted Nightborn coin that gives me artifact power. Oh, we're gonna make harpoon. We're gonna make a harpoon. That's pretty cool.
Oh, everyone in the chat thinks it's Snazzy. No, it's Ravs, guys.
That's Ravs.
That is
It's
Ravs.
Ravs who joined. Oh, hi Ravs. How are you doing? How was work?
How many windows did you clean today?
I'm doing good, guys. I just came back from work tired.
Tired because
I
of
know
work.
what
Yeah.
I know what will chill you out.
It's so
Nazi.
hot in Glasgow.
I know what will
No,
cool you
Nazi.
down, Nazi. Go listen to some Massive Attack. I mean, that Rabs. I know how much you love
Just
Massive
came
Attack.
back from a Massive Attack concert.
Ah,
It's really good. It's really good. You'd
What's your
like
favorite thing about Massive Attack, Ravs?
it. I like the attack part because I'm from
Right.
Glasgow and we do a lot of that around here.
Alright,
massive though as well, aren't they?
that's good. That's a good part. One of my favorite parts too.
You going out tonight, Rabs?
No, just stay home and play some WoW, you know. Order a pizza. Man, Ravs is gonna fucking glass me if he ever hears that. I can't reset my password on this fucking website. Come on, Green Scam Gaming. Could you
Green scam scamming.
do you want my money or do you not want my money? Is what it comes down to at this point.
Send them an email saying like, I want to give you money. Let me give you. So wait, hold on. What are you actually buying? Like a mystery pack of games?
Yeah, so they're doing
But
like
it's
some...
gonna be. They're all gonna be shit
I
games,
think Mark,
right?
yeah, well, I still laugh at it. Mark Humes,
Yeah.
I guess, tweeted it out. They're doing like mystery pack madness deals today, where it's like all the mystery. You know how you can buy mystery games and they're like usually like a bit cheap, and then you get some random games. Well, they're doing that, but they're really cheap. So like, one mystery game is 20 pence,
Okay.
for instance. So 10 is £3.99. So I figured you know, it's like buying a lottery ticket sort of thing, you know, maybe I'll get something good. And if it's all trash, I could just give out on my stream. And people will be like,
Yeah.
oh wow, these are amazing. I'm like, yeah, have fun.
That would actually be not a bad idea. Like, As long as you sort of let people know that the games aren't super great.
No, I'll be like, I paid full price.
Oh, but full price games!
Fucking
The
appreciate
greatest
these.
games. Oh no, Fjolrik. Shit. All my new Viking friends. They're not having a good time, guys.
No, guys, I've resisted Legion.
You're like
it was tough, though.
It was tough, yeah.
Tough.
You were
I
close.
Came very close.
Yeah. But you did it, and respect
The
to you
cats
for that
almost
one.
got him.
Yeah, it was the cats. It was the cats.
Yeah.
You're cutting out a little bit now. Or is that maybe
Oh,
just me?
sorry. I like the idea of the artifacts as well.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. I mean, it'd be pretty cool to have like Kael'thas's super sword, right? That's pretty cool.
Let me explain to you guys how close Nalzi got and what he had to fight against, right? He got a key from Blizzard for Legion, including free game time for a month, and he still didn't play.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when you know.
Wait, whose sword?
Kael'thas. Philomalorn, the ancient Sunstrider blade.
Didn't know that.
Well, now you know. That would be the blade that you'd be fighting with. Kael'thas's blade. You know, when you play fire as well, you also get like 3 fire orbs floating over your head, like Kael'thas.
Oh my god!
Just you know, just figuring I should get that out there.
Yeah, that's. I don't want that.
No, that
Totally
sounds lame, and not good.
Oh, they've also announced the final boss of this expansion now.
Okay,
Fuck off! It's not Kael'thas.
It's Kael'thas
If it
riding
was, I would
Sargeras.
play. If it was, I would play. If it is
It's
Sargeras,
Kael'thas riding Sargeras on the moon.
it's fucking Sargeras. He's going to be in a fucking hospital bed with him and fucking blood he's lost.
Yeah, he's lost a lot.
He's lost a lot of blood, hasn't he?
For Sargeras. Like
reckon
literally
come back
right
as
now,
anything.
I have like 73 blood of his blood. I don't know the exact unit. I just have 73 of it. 73 blood.
Bloods.
Yeah, it's bloods, many bloods.
You need to watch out if you're in crypt territory. You're going to have a fucking bad time.
So for people in chat, me and Nalzi have had a theory for years. And I think it's time to share it with the
It was
world.
my fucking theory!
No, it was our theory.
Oh,
How
here we
dare
go.
you?
Here we fucking go.
we thought of this together. Okay, you bastard.
Okay, I'm sure we did.
Wow. Way to fucking claim, you know, everything here.
You're welcome.
Jesus. Anyway,
I'm just making a new fucking account on this website. Jesus.
our
Might be easier that way.
theory is that, you know how Kael'thas came back once before? He started with 3 orbs, then he came back, only had 2 orbs left. He has to come back a 3rd time. There is no way he doesn't, because he has 1 orb left. So we think
Yeah, it
he's going
sounds
to be
unlikely to
very,
me.
very... Oh, no.
This is a crackpot theory, Silas, and you know it. I will have no part of this, etc. So, yeah, Kael'thas is coming back on the moon. That was the basic idea, right?
No,
Why on
no
the moon? Or was
No
that not, that was
fucking moon.
that was
See,
Duncan's
this
thing,
is where
right?
you take my great fucking theory and ruin it.
Yeah,
with
the
stupidity.
moon is not part of it.
The
Yeah,
moon was
no
Duncan's
fucking
thing.
moon.
Like
The
Duncan
moon
wants
was
to go to
Duncan-
the moon.
A fucking
Yeah.
lunatic. The moon
It's like, we
is a
gotta go to
loon
the
or some
moon.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, the moon is a loon.
Duncan
We're
is
gonna go to the
convinced that
moon.
the loon is the moon. Yeah.
I mean, she is like the moon goddess and stuff, but you know,
I mean,
it's not completely out.
far-fetched,
Yeah.
but
Didn't Kael'thas only have 1 orb when he came back? No, he had 2
he had
orbs. Because he started 3 in Tempest Keep, and then you know when he came back and you fought him inside Magus Terrace, he had 2. So the idea is that he'll still be back with 1. You know. Oh, this is
Wait.
a rare mob. I didn't even notice.
Wait, someone in the fucking chat is just pointing something out. 20, what's 20 times 10? 20 times 10. Yeah, who the fuck in the chat is just pointing this out? Jella24. So a mystery game for 1 game is 20 pence. A mystery 10 pack is £4.
That's 40 pence per.
Might as well buy 10
Yeah, what the fuck?
More like green scamming.
Fuck me, that is such a scam. I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, it's a great deal. Add to basket.
Does it say anywhere? Like, does the pack have a chance for better games?
Let me check. That's fucking hilarious. I didn't even notice it.
You just assumed
Basic
it was a
math.
good deal, yeah.
The only reason I can think where they would make it a bit more expensive is if the 10 pack has a chance for better games.
The descriptions are the same.
Okay.
Or it's a scam.
Oh,
And people
I mean,
go, the 10 one must be better value. Oh, I'll buy that.
I mean, it might just be something they forgot to like change.
If I hadn't read that in the chat, I would have spent it.
Oh man. Well done, Jello24. You saved Melzy.
I think you pronounce it Yella 24. I think it's a Dutch guy.
Yeah, right.
Why? What does yellow mean in Dutch?
It's just a Dutch name.
Oh, okay.
You'd spell
You
it
have to-
different.
yeah.
Nobody's
U and H
Dutch
you can
these
replace with an E.
days.
You have to
but-
confirm. Yeah, that's old news. Being Dutch, you have to confirm in chat yella or jella.
If you're
Well,
Dutch.
let me host.
Are you gonna host the Yogscast?
Yeah, I hosted you.
Nice. You could just host Rythian. Just hosting an offline stream.
You probably got like 4 extra viewers there.
Yeah, what Silas said.
Shit, son.
Fucking knew it.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, well, no, it fucking makes sense, doesn't it? These fucking Dutchies sticking together. You know what? I take it fucking back. I take my thanks back.
You don't get to be thanked anymore.
See, Nazi is very racist when it comes to the Dutch.
Excuse me.
But when it comes to the Dutch, you are very racist.
Look,
Look,
that's all I'm
I'm
going to say.
looking. What am I looking at, Nazi?
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
Need to start a new PoE character again today. My character died last night. Feels fucking bad, man. Oh, I forgot. Hold on.
Oh, someone else
what I
makes
said.
actually a decent point in chat.
Huh?
If you think 10 pack equals 10 unique games, buy them as singles, you could get 10 copies of the same game.
Ah, but is that worth twice
Hello.
the money though? Oh, hello?
Better microphone, is it, or?
Yeah,
Louder
it's fine.
mainly, but probably better quality. Yeah.
No, the packs specifically say that you can get the same game twice regardless.
Okay.
So then,
Well,
what the hell is the point of that pack then?
I think it might be a mistake because I actually cannot
Yeah.
check out right now, so
I'm
maybe
gonna
they're trying to fix it.
I'm gonna assume that like they have lowered the price on the individuals, but I've forgotten to like apply the sale
Yeah.
price to the other one or something.
I physically cannot check out, so I think they might have locked the website down or something.
Seems like it could be a thing.
God, this is fucking riveting gameplay now, Rythian. Just
I'm killing
fucking,
Nagas, alright? And I'm
kill-
building a harpoon. I
them
keep
around.
running into the same rares that respawn. I have to kill them and take a longer time. I killed this guy 3
this
times now, I'm
shows you
pretty
it must
sure.
be a dead game, but you're killing the same fucking warrior over and over just by you.
Must be that game.
Dead game, yeah. I actually think they're gonna... I don't know if they're gonna reveal the sales figures, but I think they got a lot of people back for Legion.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
They
yeah.
tend to release the figures, like they've
I
always.
mean, they
No, they
did,
don't.
but
No,
then,
they
but
don't.
remember they
No, haven't
stopped.
anymore,
They remember they stopped revealing numbers because they were probably because they were
because they were
dropping so
losing
much.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, do we have to actually kill these big dudes? Okay.
Well, they're never losing money, they're just not making money in the same hand of fist manner.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, I think still their biggest revenue comes from WoW, but like these days they've got so many different platforms to make money off that they didn't have 5 years ago. You know.
Yeah.
Here's
But one of the things they also said-
Hearthstone and Overwatch in the past like 5 years must have made up for such a big amount of money that they lost in WoW, like sub losses.
I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
mostly Heroes of the Storm, though. No, it's not here. Shit, Hearthstone. I didn't actually mean that to be a troll, but no, I do mean Hearthstone. Like that game.
Hearthstone is probably making
because it came out of nowhere. It was like a side project that they just were
Yeah.
working on for a bit of fun, and they're like, "Oh, let's just make a Magic the Gathering clone and let's make it like really new and good." And everyone was like, "We like this."
Yeah.
No, not just we like this. We fucking love this. We're
Yeah,
going
give us
crazy
more.
over this.
Yeah.
My cat deck is at 25 out of 30 now. Did I tell you that?
Yeah. You
So
can't
sad
pick
for
the
you,
cat
Nels,
trap,
that
I'm
you-
afraid.
Yeah.
That
cat
sucks.
Cat trick.
has been
Cat
fucking
trick.
great.
Yeah, because it's a goddamn cat in a hat. I mean,
But I
it's...
did get 2 new cards, you know, so like 4 cards out of this expansion.
Yeah, that's not
Zubot
bad.
has cats in it, and Menagerie Warden has cats in it.
Nice, nice.
Been
So,
building that deck
almost,
for 4 years,
almost
I think,
finished. Yeah. Fuck, no way. Hearthstone hasn't been up for 4 years.
Since well, okay, when was Nexamus
Can't
out? Because I remember specifically
We can just
adding
Google
the
this.
moving Kel'Thuzad because there's a Kel'Thuzad cat that can happen at sometimes. Like you play what is
Hearthstone
it? Anno
release
Companion.
date March 11th, 2014.
Alright, so 2 years
okay.
I've been making this
Fair
deck.
enough.
This was the release date. Keep in mind it was in
Oh, I
beta
guess true. It was in
quite
beta for a
while.
while, yeah.
I'll give it 2 years then. But yeah, I've been
Yeah.
making that for a long time.
Well, 2.5 at the very minimum, so... But yeah, a long time, basically. Well, one of these
Was that
days
a
you're gonna
little-
have all of them.
Okay, chat. Was that a little kid I heard? Zai's kid? First of all, no. I'm 20. I'm turning 24 tomorrow. I'm not. I don't have a kid yet.
Good. 24
Rythian has a
now.
kid, I think. No.
What?
I don't think Rythian has a kid either.
No, I do
these guys
not.
have kids.
No, I do not. As far as I know, no, I do not.
As far as
Xylus
you know.
Jr. Xylus Jr. sounds like a fucking nightmare.
How dare you? Okay.
Like Xylus
Jr. It's gonna be
like
a fucking
horror
Xylus
movie.
Jr. is gonna be a gaming savant. Okay, that's how it's gonna work.
Oh my god.
He's gonna
I
be pro in
fucking-
Dota 5.
He's
I
gonna
worry
win
for-
TI 26. Okay.
I what? At 10 years old. What the fuck?
What? TI 26 is
20
that's in 20 years.
26 is in 10 years.
No,
What? We're
TI
not at
26.
TI 16 yet now, see?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck off. But that is a pretty fucking in-depth Xylus. So I had to do the math between what TI is now and what TI you said. Give me a fucking
I'm
break.
sorry now, see,
Not
but
even 20.
if you truly thought that the difference between 6 and 26 was 10, then it's not my fault, okay?
no.
2016 is what I did.
Yeah. Basically,
Well,
now
right,
he was
fine.
thinking. Yeah, never mind.
See, this is
Fine.
the shit I have to fucking put up with all day, everyone. I'm glad that it's finally been
Out in
seen
the
on live
open,
stream.
so yeah.
Fucking bullying I have to
kidding
put up with.
You're the one that bullies me all the goddamn time. You're telling me you have to put up with my crap. I have to put up with your fucking crap.
I think Chuan will ever retire.
Yes.
Sure, of course.
No.
Why don't you think he'll retire?
I think he'll die doing what he loves. I think he'll go down with the ship.
Eating cheese?
Huh?
Eating cheese? Because remember, he's in the All-Star Games and he says, I will eat the cheese.
That was
know.
amazing.
That was
He
good.
did eat the cheese.
Yeah, he
massive
did eat the
fucking
cheese,
bite.
yeah.
He did.
I think his team lost, but he still ate the cheese. When they made Casey eat the cheese.
Fucking love Chuan.
I will eat the
Jones
cheese.
list.
I've still got that picture of him from that TI as my
Of course
icon.
you
Ah, that's good. Are you still
Just-
named Cadmium Yellow, by the way?
Yeah.
'Cause I got- I
yeah,
ca-
yeah, just feel free to add me, everyone. God.
No, sorry. I just came out with a really good name for you. Titanium Dwight.
Is this a joke?
No, it's a great joke.
I fucking told you about this.
What? Did
I'm
you?
not standing for this.
What? Was that your idea? I could
No, it
swear
wasn't actually.
Okay.
You might have think you came up with this. But
I
you didn't,
maybe.
right.
Okay.
Here's what happened. I was doing a stream and I told you guys about this. Like I was joining the game and everyone was like, haha, Cadmium Yellow. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you should go Dwight and call Titanium Dwight. And I was like, okay. And I remember telling you guys that story.
Okay, maybe you did, and I may have just forgotten. But I just remember that yesterday, and I was like, huh, he plays Dead by Daylight. He should be fair enough. I guess it's not the cleverest joke. I mean, I'll admit that one.
Wait, do you have 2.5 million health?
Yeah, I'm in my.
Wow,
tank
how about
right
that squishy?
now. Yeah, I mean, people are doing like 200, 300k DPS now, so you know. That stat squish sure did a lot of good. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here though. If they hadn't done the stat squish, we would have been.
Well, we would have been at about 10
tens
million
of
health or
millions.
something, yeah. So
Why can't they just do
there's
stat squish like tomorrow? Like, why
Well-
does it have to be wait for another patch or expansion? Just
Because
fucking
big numbers are
divide
cool.
just divide by 10. You're done.
Big
Well,
numbers
the-
are cool though.
yeah. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
big
have
numbers
minded.
are pretty cool, but they also devalue like what you're doing. I think.
Okay, but you know how in Diablo you're gradually doing like billions and trillions of damage? We could do the same in WoW.
Yeah, but I think the difficulty in Diablo is different because you're increasing it to like Torment 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you need to feel like you're doing, because that base number is your lowest point of damage. Whereas in WoW, you're always just doing shit tons. You know, you're always 3-shotting mobs. In Diablo, if you're 3-shotting a mob, it's pretty much like the lowest point of damage you can do before you fucking die. If you 3-shot a mob.
Yeah, I guess. Where the hell is this needle coral? Gotta be somewhere. I'm poking bubbles to save people now. But I need some coral for that. Coral! Stay in the house. That's
Carl!
a joke. I haven't watched Walking Dead enough to get that joke, really.
No, but for some reason I still get the meme.
Yeah.
I haven't
That's what
watched
me
it
too.
since season 1. Like,
yeah, I
I've
watched
not
season
seen-
1 and enjoyed it
season
a
1 was
lot,
really
actually.
good. Yeah.
I've not seen a single episode of The Walking Dead.
Oh, really? Season 1 is
Season
good,
1
but
is very good.
I
just
watched
hear it
the
gets
first
way
episode
worse.
of season 2.
Bro,
and
dude,
the
me too!
zombies were intelligent, and I was like, well, I'm done with this show fucking forever.
I watched this first episode of season 2 and it's like, nothing's happening here much. This isn't as fun
Yeah.
anymore. And then I just stopped.
It was the bit.
I'm not a fan of like the entire zombie thing, so like that's why I've never really given it a go.
First is definitely first episode.
Yeah,
first
first
season.
season.
I have no doubt that it's a good show. It's just not something that appeals to me.
Wow, yeah.
Rythian's got a sweet UI. Says, "Know me a sweet."
I do. Sweet ass.
Know me a sweet.
It's a good name.
He knows himself.
Suspicious.
It's
Do you wanna
your
see it?
friend, isn't it?
If
It's
you want
your
to see a
friend,
good
and you
UI,
hired him to
link
say that.
those Xyla streams if you want to see a good UI.
Yeah.
I have a
Yokes.
great UI.
Yokes.
You
No,
guys
you don't.
fucking jealous.
You don't have a great
I think
UI.
you've been nominated as like worst UI.
You've not seen-
even out of
you've
including
not-
me, who uses like.
You've
default.
not seen Blue's UI.
Blue's UI is also
It's
basic.
far worse than mine.
I
You
don't think
can't
it's
say-
worse.
You can't say it's not.
Oh shit, it's a bombing run. I'm throwing bombs.
Yeah, I do have a bit of an echo actually. I don't know why that is though. Oh, it's probably because I can't hear very well and I have my volume really high.
Ah.
Someone's got a snake emote. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's so fucking cute.
Oh man. It's Leto Kek's neck. Okay.
Letovsky.
Decoradat86. Just because you heard a kid's voice does not make any of us a dad per se. You know. There could
I
be other-
swear,
there could be other-
there was
there
a
could be
kid
other reasons.
that clarified you guys must be fathers. So
I mean,
that's
I
no-
know why you heard a kid voice, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm, I don't know if that person is comfortable with knowing, with telling people.
Yeah,
So-
Barum has 5 children.
all from different mothers. It's a thing.
He's a player.
Yeah,
They're not
he's a
mine.
player.
I just acquired them.
I just found them. I keep them in my
We'll do
house.
the
now.
housework.
No, I
Yeah.
think the noise was probably my sister, is what the big issue is. It's not a huge deal. Oh, it's probably just Silas. He sounds like that sometimes as well.
So you're saying Zadla sounds like a 4-year-old.
That's probably 2 or 3.
I totally sound like a 4-year-old. 4-year-olds definitely have this deep voices this deep. That's how it works.
Benjamin Buttons thing.
There's
Yeah,
a
for real,
reference to
so-
go right over fucking Silas's head.
Because Silas doesn't watch your movies.
Yep.
Yep.
I
gotta
got
find this
it,
core.
I like how this is like considered a bad thing that I don't watch movies.
No, it's not
Because
necessarily a
you're
bad thing. It's
isolating
like,
yourself from a fucking huge part of today's culture. Take that.
I watch movies,
got
but
you
not
there.
all the movies that you recommend me. You know.
What was the last movie you
I watch
watched?
what I want
Go on.
to see. What's the last movie I watched? Let me just check my VLC. just so I know what is actually the last thing that I watched.
Right. Here comes a fucking laugh. If it was porn, you have to say that as well. That's the rule.
I don't think that counts as a movie, though.
Batman versus Superman.
What? You haven't
Okay.
watched the movie since Batman vs Superman?
Nope.
That was.
So,
did you watch that in
thank you
cinema?
for proving my point.
Did you watch that in cinema or like?
No, I watched that on
through other means.
I watched that like a week
that
ago.
were possibly legal, possibly not.
They were possibly legal, possibly not.
Okay,
it was a week ago.
I watched it on
yeah.
iTunes.
I watch the things. I watch TV shows. Like I prefer TV shows. I like.
Don't
to
now
be
twist this.
invested-
The point was you watched
Here's-
movies.
no, no, no. Here's my reason. Here's my reason. No, here's my reason. Like that, I prefer to watch TV shows over movies. I like to be invested in characters of a show more than the 1.5 hour I get of a movie, like or the 2 hours at most. I
know
don't know.
that you were a fan of Trailer Park Boys. You've not watched those movies.
I mean, sure,
they
I
are
still need
actually
to watch
really
those
good.
movies.
They
I
are
do
actually
still need to
really
watch
good.
those movies. I know. I've seen the show. I should watch those movies.
Where's the goddamn coral? This is supposed to be.
Someone in the
Yeah.
chat said they liked the
Look at your map.
Yeah, I am almost exactly on where it's supposed to be. A brown.
Find this
Okay,
rigs
gonna
off
find it.
site.
I quite like Batman vs Superman actually.
There were some weird
Everyone
bits.
disliked
There
it.
were,
I
no, there were
disliked
some
it.
weird bits,
But Nels,
obviously
you
I
you were
liked
like the
most.
wrongest opinion. You liked Batman vs Superman and you didn't like Civil War. It's like it's like the opposite
Last night.
world.
Can I
mean,
talk about Civil War? Have we all seen Civil War? What's the
Yeah.
not seen it.
spoilers?
What?
Not-
How have you
Yeah, I
not-
still need
well,
to
yeah,
watch
but you.
it.
This
yeah,
is
but
the
you,
shit I have to put up with, everyone.
Like-
Alright? Even I've seen it, and I have to wait for fucking iTunes because of an anxiety disorder. I don't just pirate shit like everyone fucking else. I wait for iTunes, okay?
Look,
So that's
okay,
how fucking long I've waited to see.
you know how many things I needed to watch on Netflix lately? God.
Name them.
Okay, Narco season 2. I had to watch it today. Okay. I
had
watched
to
before
watch,
that-
by
I
the
watched-
way.
That's it.
Before that, I watched, no. Before that, I watched Pablo Escobar El Patron del Mal, which
Why
was
is your
an
a
84.
fucking
What
obsession
is your
with Pablo
obsession
Escobar?
with this man and his
It
drugs?
was interesting. It was just very interesting.
Alright, so not spoilers
Before
then.
that, I watched Cooked France as well.
Yeah, okay.
Not Cooked. Chef's Table.
I didn't know if
France.
Pablo
I,
Escobar was in that.
He wasn't. I'll tell you that.
He probably was. Let's be honest. It was probably him cooking. He was cooking cocaine. That's what he was doing.
Maybe. Yeah. He never cooked any of the cocaine himself, though. Really. God, if you just, paid a bit of attention, you would.
Yeah,
know
if only you had watched that 64-part documentary series where every episode is 2 hours long that Zaz has been watching about Pablo Escobar, then you'd know that.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
I'm not wrong about that though, am I, Silas?
So what was your last
Maybe.
movie, Miles?
Well, I watched Civil War last night.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so
Rythian?
spoiler free for Civil War. Let's
Yeah,
just say that
spoiler-free.
basically. But you do know, Silas,
Oh,
that they
so
fight
sorry.
each other, right? Like they pick a side and they fight each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
The-
just
the
so we know
parts
roughly what we
where-
can talk about.
The parts where they're fighting each other was awesome. Like that was really cool. The big fight scene towards the end of the second act was fucking awesome.
The airports, yeah, good.
Yeah, that was like the best part of the entire fucking movie. That was like you could tell this was the idea they had in their head, and they based the movie around it. Everything else, like if you had taken that scene out of the movie, this would be the most fucking boring movie I've ever seen. Like I actually stopped watching halfway through, and it's a fucking Marvel movie. I love Marvel movies. Stopped watching halfway through and finished it the day later because I was just so fucking bored. I felt like I was watching like a fucking boardroom. I just despise everyone's like reaction to fucking Bucky Barnes. I think that he is the fucking stupidest, most dumb character ever fucking created. Like, okay, if he's a sleeper agent or some shit, which is established in previous movies, no spoilers, then that needs to be dealt with. They need to deal with that. And I guess that's what this movie is about. Then,
Yeah.
like, okay, we need to
It's
deal
like-
with this situation, but like,
Yeah.
he did it in such a stupid way.
I don't know.
made
It's
me
it's so
angry.
weird to like. Yeah, you clearly are. But it's such a weird thing to say because like that means you're at least invested in the basic storyline of the movie. Like some people agree with it, some people don't, and that's
Oh no,
sort of
I'm
part
invested.
of which
I
team
just think
you're
it
on.
was done so boringly. Like to
Also-
have such an interesting idea and then execute it in such a tedious and boring manner.
Also, I mean, I just like the idea of like if you took out that scene, like the movie would be. Yeah, but that scene's like the climax of the movie, like, or one
It's
of
not
the
the
two
climax of the movie. It happened in the second act.
Yeah, but it's one of the two climaxes of the movie. Like, there's the major fight scene, and then there's the fight scene at the end. You know.
But again, if that whole scene is carrying the entire movie, which is 2.5 hours long, I might add, then I think that there's something wrong with the rest of the movie.
I mean, I don't
It
agree
was a long
with you on
scene.
that.
It was a long scene. It was like a 20-minute scene, which is fucking awesome. Again, I just think it was too little, too late.
God,
And I think
God, there's so
the
many quests
best,
here.
again, this is not going to be spoilers, but I think the surprise like addition, like the parts where there was extra characters added and stuff,
Yeah.
that was like so good.
It was really
That
good,
was
yeah.
so well done that I wish that had been all of the movie. Like I wish that the whole like first act of the movie was like done in 10 minutes. That's what I want. That's what needed to happen, in my opinion, right? That whole bullshit about what happened and the whole setup of Civil War, that should have been so much fucking quicker than it was.
I feel like
to that part where, you know, Stark is doing his thing and fucking Cappy's doing his thing faster. It was way too slow.
I feel like they had to make it longer so that you would understand. If they just started the movie with saying Stark's like, all right, here's the deal, we got to change the thing. I think most people would be like,
Well,
what the
we've watched
fuck?
the other movies. We know that these things have happened.
Yeah, but then they needed like one or two more things to happen to make it even more of a thing, I think.
I just think they invested a bit too much time in. Not way too much, but a bit too much time in all of that shenanigans. There was just too much fucking around. They should have just gotten to the point. Bang bang bosh. Here's the story. It needed tightened. Like that's all. It was just too long.
I can agree that
I don't
it
mind the
needed
movie
to
being
tie
long.
out
I don't
everything.
mind long movies. You know that.
Yeah.
But it was just too. It was just too slow at the start to get me. I wasn't invested at the start. I was invested like halfway through when you start ramping up the story. That's when I was like, okay, actually, because that's when I stopped watching initially. And I was like, oh right, this is really fucking cool actually. And then the end was a bit slow again. But like the start was just too slow for that kind of movie, you know, because it's Avengers. You know, you go into expecting something. For it to not give you that, it has to give you something else. Like, okay, it's not going to be fucking, you know, Avengers flying around.
Yeah,
I get that.
to be fair,
but
it
give you
isn't
something.
Avengers 3. It is it is a Captain America movie.
That's
Even though it
that's a
kind
fair
of
point,
feels like Avengers 3, it is more focused on a Captain
It is
America
funny
story.
that it's a Captain America movie.
Yeah.
When he was literally the worst fucking part of the movie. So there you go. I really don't like Captain America, actually.
I don't really agree with him on most of anything.
Yeah, he's
I like
such a fucking asshole.
I like the second movie of Captain America. The first one was okay, but the second one was pretty good. I haven't seen the third one yet, of course.
Well, since someone's mentioned it in the chat, Spider-Man was the best fucking part. I can't,
That was so good.
Is he the new? Is the movies with
Apparently,
him?
yes. They are going to
So I
make
haven't actually seen them because I thought they were all Andrew Garfield shit. But after seeing that, I was like,
No.
"That's actually
There
got some
is
fucking
no
pop."
movie with him yet, but they are apparently
Ah.
making one. Another
Well, he was
Spider-Man
good.
reboot type thing going on, basically.
Really liked his tone.
Yeah, I
realize
thought
that
he was
his
so
quips
good.
and stuff.
You do
Very
realize that
good.
in chat they just said wasn't the best Spider-Man.
Yeah, I disagree with that
wasn't?
person though,
Oh,
because
yeah,
I
I
think he was
disagree.
great. I think he was really
Well,
good.
no, wait a minute. I don't think he was the best Spider-Man. I mean, it's obviously Tobey Maguire.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I mean,
think he's
okay, but I
very
didn't think
good
Tom
for
Holland was
second.
very good. You know, I think he had he nailed the tone.
I think he stole the movie, kind of like Quicksilver did in X-Men.
Oh man, he had just an amazing scene in X-Men Apocalypse as well.
Yeah.
That's
Did he?
good.
I haven't actually seen that yet. It's not
Oh,
out,
that's
right?
good. It's good. I think it was really good. I think a lot of people still prefer Days of Future Past, but I thought that Apocalypse was very good as well.
Actually, it got like a 2-star review from Empire, which is their like
Apocalypse?
movie magazine in the UK.
I thought it.
I don't believe it deserves it because
Yeah.
I can't believe it's that bad.
No, I mean I feel that if you like the other ones, you're probably gonna like this one too, and it's sort of the same thing. I can understand people's thing that's that like, you know, First Class and Days of Future Past were better. Sure, I can see that, but I still thought this one was really good.
Mr. Gumbone puts a point here in the chat that I have to disagree with, right? Let's see what you think. He says, they have to cater to people who haven't seen the previous movies which is inevitably going into a movie get difficult as the franchise goes on. I disagree. I think we have sat through enough fucking shit at this point that we are expected to know what happened in the previous movie. And if you don't see the movie. And you know what I'm going to link this to? Harry Potter. You don't go and watch Harry Potter like fucking 7. Yeah. And I watched that movie, and I hadn't seen the last one in a while, and even I was a bit like, oh damn, I should have really caught up in this. Like, they expected you to know because there was too much story for them to fuck around and retelling it. And they were like, you just need to know this story. And if you don't, then you're going to miss some things. And that's just the way it fucking is. And they should have done that. We've watched Captain America Winter Soldier. We've watched Avengers. We've watched Hulk. We've watched all the fucking movies. At this point, we know what's going on. We don't need a recap.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like, that's honestly one of the major weaknesses in some of the movies. This instance is like, oh, we gotta make sure new people get it. We're gonna make sure people. No, people aren't stupid. Like, people understand that, like, things, right? If they make the choice to watch, some things they will miss. It's if it is a series, then I feel like it would make sense, like, for people to, like, okay, I'm gonna watch that one because I watched the other ones. I don't think, like, 10 to 15 minutes or whatever movie should be spent setting up time. If you can throw in some, like, very basic, recap in just, like, a fairly logical...
Even at the start, even if it's shoehorned in previously on the Avengers, and it's even if it's, like, a fucking Nick Fury talking over saying, Stark was angry.
Yeah,
I don't
Stark
even
did
mind,
a thing, and then,
I don't even mind that. It's fucking cheesy and stupid, but I honestly think that's a decent idea because it catches you up in a way that for new people it's going to help. For old people, it's throwaway. We don't care.
Yeah, I agree. Because, like, I think a lot of movies, maybe not necessarily Civil War as such is the thing, but a lot of movies spend so much time going over what happened before. Because, like, oh, we gotta make sure new people... But I think they're just I don't know. But I feel like they're underestimating the intelligence of people. Like, a lot of people are stupid, but I really do think that a lot of people understand, like, if it's part 3 in a long series, then you either watch the 2 before, or you accept that some things you won't quite get,
What do you think of Alucard's comment in the chat?
Alucard's comment, every Batman movie has to show his parents' death for a stupid reason, because apparently they think no one knows Batman. Exactly! That was one of the worst things in Batman vs. Superman.
That happens every
the millions of times we had to see the same cinema, the same, like, pearl necklace, the same, like, shooting. It's like over and over again. People know his parents died in
more on screen than anyone else.
Yeah. But yeah, that's incredibly true.
Oh, that's another question. You've read the comics, right? The Civil War comics.
Yeah.
How true is the movie to the comics?
Very different. I mentioned, like, first of all, like, they are not split over Bucky. Like, they have a different reason they're split over, and they have, like, more or less the same people on different sides, but there's way more people involved in the comics because
in the comics,
900 characters or whatever.
Wait, wasn't the Watcher in the comics?
Yeah.
Where was the fucking Watcher in the movie? Oh, that would have been so good.
In the comics, Spider-Man is kind of the pivotal figure that's between the two factions.
Yeah, he starts pro and then turns anti towards the end.
Yeah,
basically.
There was a bit of a feeling about that in the movie, though, that he didn't really know, like, what he was doing.
I mean, but
it's you didn't get that thing you're mounted, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to pick up the thing. Whatever, it's fine. Thanks. But the thing is, like, in the comics, it was about, like, Superhuman Registration Act. The idea would be that, like, secret identities would be open to the government, and then people were like, no way. People will find that out, and they will, like, go after our families. And they were like, no, we need to do it. It's because people need to be held accountable. It was sort of the same deal with, like, being held accountable, but it was way more focused around the idea of, like, secret identities, which is not as big of a deal in the movie universe, because everyone pretty much knows, like, Iron Man is Iron Man, Captain America is Steve Rogers, that sort of thing. That's more open. In the comics, that's not the case. It's so much more secret identities. So when Peter Parker just went on a press conference, took off his mask and said, like, I'm Spider-Man, I'm Peter Parker, that was, like, a huge deal because obviously, yeah, that was, like, one of major deals because that's always been a huge deal.
Have a heart attack or something?
Sorry?
Doesn't Jonah Jameson have a heart attack or something from it?
It's something similar, yeah. Like, he's involved.
Good.
It's a weird thing going on. But yeah, that was obviously a huge deal, and like surprising no one, Peter Parker gets so much shit from it because all his villains can now strike at other people. But he's like, you know, I believe in what Tony Stark is saying and so on and so on. But as the longer it went, he sort of went to the other side, and he very much regretted doing what he did. And yeah, and then of course they had to press the reboot button at some point. So yeah.
Well, we have the One More Day storyline, which is better left forgotten.
Yeah, the less said about that, the better.
Why? What was that?
Yes.
He goes to talk to the devil, and he grants him a
Sorry,
wish
what?
so that everyone forgets it.
Sorry,
and,
what?
And in the process, he's no longer married to Mary Jane. It's the dumbest thing, honestly.
Okay, so that's canon now, is it?
I mean, as canon as it is in comic books, you know, it's a lot of weird
So
shit.
the
that's
devil
canon.
is canon in Marvel.
Well, it's not
Well,
the devil.
it's not technically the devil. It's
his name.
Mephistopheles, but he is basically the devil, you know.
Yeah. He is basically the devil.
Is he in hell?
He's like in a hellish dimension where he lives, type of thing.
I spit on you.
That's a tough one, yeah.
So okay, what happens is that like, Aunt May gets shot by something.
Did you say is it Mephisto?
Mephistopheles. It's basically Mephisto, but
it's not the guy who was friends with Thanos, is it?
It could be, but he is basically. He looks like the devil, and he's a giant, super evil demon. And
Right. I think it might be that.
I don't know,
way.
and they've given him way more powers than he had before. But so Aunt May gets shot by someone, and then she's about to die.
Classic.
So, classic Aunt May, really. Peter Parker goes like around the world to try to get her fixed. Apparently, no one can fix her. Like in this world where people come back to the death, you can't heal someone with a gunshot wound. Like
they're pretty tough.
Can't do that. Fucking Doctor Strange can't do it. Like all the mutant healers can't do it.
There is
like
no dimensions where
there's
Aunt
no,
May hasn't
yeah,
been
like
shot yet.
it just can't, for some reason they just can't do it. So eventually he goes to like the devil, Mephistopheles. It's like I can do it, but I require a price or whatever. So the idea then is like number one, he'll make people forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man because like that was also I think part of the reason why Aunt May got shot. And number two, he'll heal May, but in return I will take away your marriage with Mary Jane. Or
Well, that's like the cheapest price to pay.
Yeah,
why would he give a shit about that?
I
It's
don't
like, fine,
understand why he would
that's
give a
you're
shit.
doing me a favor, no fucking alimony or anything.
So the idea behind this was that like the editor-in-chief of Marvel always thought that it was weird that he was married. They wanted him to be single. He for some reason thought that there could be better storylines being told if he was single rather than married. So he
Yeah,
always
like
wanted to
Spider-Man
change
dating.
that. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't. Anyway, that's what they ended up doing. Hey, I finally finished the question. That
Yeah,
was a long
Thanos
one.
married Death, but like Thanos also had a friend. I think his name was like Mephisto. It was like a weird green demon thing.
Oh, that's not him then.
Not him.
Mephistopheles is like he's a giant red demon, like basically looks like a devil, you know.
He like screwed over Thanos in the end and turned sides because he was actually super scared of Thanos. But he was kind of like everyone else around Thanos. He was kind of a prisoner, but begrudgingly was like, well, I'm gonna have to just play along.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thanos is interesting. But did Thanos wants death but can't have her or something?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Death,
We're-
like he's in love with Death, but
Yeah.
he hates him because she
Yeah.
created him, and
Yeah.
she realizes this was a mistake. Plus, Death X Deadpool. My
Yeah.
OTP.
OTP, man. Yeah, that's weird. Comics are weird. There's a lot of weird shit in comics, guys. Just saying that one right now. How many episodes of Civil War 2 is that?
I'm not sure.
5 or
four?
6 now.
So there is more then, yeah. Have you read them all?
Mm-hmm.
Are
I
they
think so.
getting really good?
The punch was the first couple.
Yeah.
They're
sort of
still
get that
very good
feel.
though. 1 second.
Yeah.
The choosing side comics are pretty interesting as well, because like some crazy stuff. Actually, from watching Civil War, the movie, I appreciate Civil War 2 a little bit more. no spoilers, but like, you know, Stark's reaction to certain things in Civil War 2, I was like, calm down, Stark. But then I watched that movie and I was like, oh, I get it. Okay, I see why. You know, you would react.
Yeah, because again, it was not the same in the comics, but like they hit the same major themes and beats, you know, about like self-control and no government oversight, and you know, independence versus accountability and so on. Even though it was
I think
exactly
Civil War 2 will make a much better movie. Holy shit, will make a much better movie. Like the idea that, you know, there's Ulysses. So for those of you who are curious, this is very non-spoiler. Civil War 2 is a new thing in Marvel. Came out a couple months ago. The basic premise, and this is like first comic, first couple of pages, this is the premise. There's a new mutant called Ulysses, or he's got superpowers. His name's Ulysses. And he has the ability to predict when a horrible thing's going to happen. And then he decides, I'm going to tell. You know, I'm going to make sure that the superheroes, you know, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, that they know, you know, like, for instance, Thanos is going to attack. And then they can be there waiting for Thanos, and then when he does attack, they can stop him fast, and nobody gets hurt.
Production quotas
but
are not met.
It bridges into the pre-crimes situation of Minority Report, the movie, where someone is destined to commit a crime that they have not yet done. And the question, and the divide in Civil War 2 is that allowed? Are you allowed to arrest someone for a crime they've yet to commit? You know,
exactly.
If Ulysses says, yeah, this guy is basically going to terrorize New York, and the guy's like, no, I'm not.
An illusion.
Then who do you believe?
Can you get him? Like, can you believe Ulysses? Like,
exactly.
You know.
So that's what the whole thing's about. And honestly, it'll make a much more interesting movie, I think, because, you know, Ulysses sees these things, and that'll be good.
Kind of reminds me of this like a old mythological story about this person who
Cassandra,
you know, was basically, it was could be, I forgot the name. It was this person who was like got the gift from Apollo to be allowed, like to have the gift to see the future, but Apollo also cursed her at the same time.
Yes, Cassandra.
And made it so that no one ever believed her. So she knew what was going to happen.
What a dick.
She knew exactly. Well, no, there was a reason. She basically promised, like, this was. Keep in mind that sex was everything back then.
Hello.
She promised to have sex with him if she, you know, if he would give her the vision, the future. So he gave it to her. Then she refused to have sex with him. So he also cursed her.
Right. Okay. Damn though, like, I would not refuse to have sex with Apollo if he was giving me visions of the future.
No, I mean, yeah. What's so bad about having sex with a god?
Like, I think
once, you know.
Yeah. I think like that's a fine price. I mean, people prostitute themselves for like $100 these days. Not even that. You know,
I mean,
I'd say
getting the gift to see the future is pretty solid. You know?
I'd definitely go for it. You're less than Apollo.
If you're out there,
you might have second choices with second chance with Zeus.
Yeah.
There's a ball or a shower of light or
goose. I think at one point.
Yeah. A goose.
Zeus liked to change his appearance a lot. What's his thing? Oh no, I fell down.
Man, you know what I'm not looking forward to? The Luke Cage Netflix show.
I'm worried that it
The
won't
Luke
be.
Cage part of Daredevil was the most fucking boring shit. Nice fucking fall there, Rythian.
Shut up.
You've got like 100 goblin gliders.
I just like.
Yeah.
I like. Luke Cage in Daredevil. No, you mean in Jessica Jones? Wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't in
fantastic.
Daredevil. He was in Jessica Jones.
Yeah, Jessica Jones.
It wasn't fantastic there, but I think what they're gonna do with him, like from the trailers I've seen, it does look pretty good. So.
Iron Fist.
I mean, what are they gonna do with him? He's just a guy who's got really tough skin and is really strong. Like,
what could you possibly do with those two superpowers?
no, but think about it. Are you gonna watch a TV show about the fucking Juggernaut? I'm not. You know, the Juggernaut is just a guy who's really. Yeah, exactly. He's just a guy who's really strong and is really brutal. Like, he's not gonna entice, you know, interest in story. I don't think, anyway. Luke Cage is just a fucking meathead that's got thick skin.
I don't think necessarily someone's powers need to be super interesting to make a good story, as evident by all the stories that involve people who don't have powers.
I agree with that on the case of like Ant-Man, who didn't have a lot of good powers, but there was an interesting story to tell there. I just don't think Luke Cage is interesting enough for me to enjoy like whatever story he has to tell.
I agree, but I think that like so far they have done pretty well in the Netflix stories, you know.
But does Ant-Man have truly no superhuman abilities at all? Is it just
No,
a
it's
suit?
just- yeah.
Is he not have super heightened senses or something
No.
either? Because he's they can communicate with those ants really well. You know?
It's all the suit. It's all the suit.
All the suit. Okay.
So I guess his superpower is.
I mean,
like
neither
Iron
is Tony
Man
Stark. Tony
is
Stark
smart.
doesn't have any superpowers.
Yeah.
It's just a suit.
Well, he's incredibly smart. He was one of the smartest people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's not a superpower. Come on.
So Scott Lang actually. He's also super smart.
Well, you see, this is where it comes down to like, what's a superpower? If super smart's a superpower,
Yeah.
I mean, this is like, what's Batman's superpower? Super rich.
I mean, he was.
Yeah.
He was.
Rich to me is not a superpower.
No,
because
rich is
that's
not a
like
superpower.
something you
Rich
can
is not a
have
superpower.
taken
But
away or given.
Tony Stark
you know?
was genuinely a fucking prodigy, you know, when it came to engineering.
Yeah.
Like,
he was super smart.
He invented stuff way ahead of his time compared to like other scientists of his time. So I would call that maybe not a superpower, but definitely like how do you, it feels like superhuman intelligence though. Like he was way smarter than
It's
that.
not really a superhuman intelligence though, because he'd be in a lab being studied, you know? He's just a businessman. A smart businessman.
He created stuff that was way advanced when he was like 4 years old. Like,
I think,
as you say, he's a savant, you know?
I think it's because humans understand intelligence, right? They understand the hell of people being smart or not. I don't think people are gonna see it as unnatural. People are like, wow, he is just really, really smart. And they won't consider like a weird thing in the same way as they would if someone can lift 5 cars.
Can I make an incredibly nerdy reference here?
Yeah.
This reminds me of, there's a book that I've been reading. It's from like the 1950s or something, so fuck off with your spoilers and shit. But it's about this alien that comes to Earth and he wants to make money. And he has technology and he makes this technology and everyone's like, oh wow, this is cool. But then the technology is for film, for cameras, and the technology is so good that the people in the camera industry are the ones who are like, hold on, something's not right here. And they're the ones who kind of start to cotton on to this just because this is not within the purview of our abilities, you know? So Iron Man is kind of like within the purview. He's intelligent. He made this thing. Okay, I get that. But like, he's not making something that's like, this is unheard of, you know?
Well, the arc reactor is kind of unheard of.
Guys, my dinosaur is stuck.
Rythian, you fucked it up again, have you?
Guys, my dinosaur's stuck. Maybe I can charge.
Revoke your dinosaur license.
No, but generally though, like he created the arc reactor, which is, I don't know, it's unheard of in a way, you know.
It's an invention. It's not outside.
It was an
his
invention. I'll
capability.
give you that, and it's not a.
I mean, he made it in a fucking bunker in Afghanistan or something, didn't he? Like, it's not exactly like fucking super science.
The actual arc reactor from
He
like
had
the
one
second
that
movie, I think.
he had one in the first one, but it was just kind of an idea that didn't really go anywhere. It didn't.
But that saved
he
his
made a
life.
second one that he like. I don't think he could really reproduce it.
Mutant powers can be removed as well. Yeah, but not in the same way though. That'll be like, you know, you either have great intelligence or you don't. Like, how do I describe this? Like, mutant power is something supernatural that happened to you. You know.
Yeah,
While
being bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yeah, for example, like something happened to you that changed who you are. But like,
couldn't you technically remove super intelligence as well by having like a brain?
A lobotomy or whatever? Sure, yeah, but I mean, that's like saying like, oh yeah, super strength, but we removed it by cutting off his arms. You know, like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like the same thing. So the point being is that like the idea of like a superpower being strange to people, I think, depends on what kind of superpower you have, because people can understand intelligence. So like Iron Man was like super smart. Tony Stark's like ridiculously goddamn smart, but people don't really go like, aha, he's supernatural mutant. Did I fall down again? No, I'm fine. Okay.
Shin's in the chat.
Yeah, I think there's just I think you need to draw a line between what's a superpower and what's like you can't really tell if Tony Stark's intelligence is just ridiculous intelligence or maybe like some form of like superhuman intelligence. Like it doesn't really get it. It's not really clear.
Well, the basis for superhuman powers in the Marvel universe are from being interfered with in some way. There's no real natural born superheroes. Mutants. I think like mutants aren't really natural born, are they?
I mean they are born mutants and then like their mutant power, like mutant ability. If, like
he has been that from
show
a young
up
age.
Eventually. No. It's like they don't like their power doesn't show up until X. Like Cyclops didn't know they could shoot giant laser beams from his eyes until he was X
he
years
was
old.
always a mutant. He always had a mutant.
Yeah, he has the mutant gene.
Right, but we're saying that Stark is a mutant that might have activated at like age 3.
I mean, in theory,
so.
In theory, he could like be a mutant. I mean, I don't think he is because I think
that'd be an interesting comic book.
He can be a
actually.
mutant, but not an X-gene mutant.
Yeah, so maybe a different.
I'd be interested in him being an X-gene mutant. Like, I'd read that comic.
That'd be cool.
Like, noticed by now.
Yeah, I mean, they probably. I mean, that's part of the writing.
They would have known by now. Can you have rests?
They're like
too busy.
With bloody Cerebro.
I think the idea is that.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, like new mutants are discovered all the time, so.
Cerebro would have just fucking rattled them.
Yeah, well, you think being rich is not a superpower. I think there's better ways to describe it. Yeah, sure, yeah, maybe I described it the wrong way, but it's the same thing, like, rich is like someone... It's not something you have. That's like a possession. In the same way that, like, Ant-Man doesn't have a superpower. He has a suit that he knows how to use. He is not like a superhero. Well, I mean, he can be a superhero, but he's not like a superpowered individual. It's the suit that's the powerful one, Simply like Falcon in Avengers, how he has the flying thing. And that's it. Anyway, stream is actually running over, so Shin is probably getting angry at me. I was hoping I'd be able to finish the dinosaur quest, but it's taking a long time. I'm only like halfway through.
I'm sure we can miss that thrilling fucking conclusion.
Yeah, it is actually surprisingly long. So we're gonna have to call it no more dinosaurs. No more dinosaurs. For you guys. Stay tuned for Shin. I believe he's going to do Minecraft. So everyone's super hyped for Minecraft because everyone knows Minecraft is the best game, and everyone should play Minecraft. I'm pretty sure that's the rule. If you don't play Minecraft,
guys,
why are you even on the?
Bye. 6 hours. God.
Yeah. Bye everyone. Thanks for listening to Superhero Podcast. Superhero Podcast with some wow in the background. Yeah. Thanks everyone.
See you later, true believers.
Excelsior!